Yo, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, man?
What's good, what's good, what's good, family? Welcome to the HQ, this and every Monday on This Might Be Risky. What's going on, Mr. Fantastic?
Hey, man, what's going on, Aaron? I can't complain, brother.
Nothing to it but to do it. You know how it goes. How was your weekend?
Hey, man, you know, retired, living the life, living the dream. Hey, man, another Sunday.
Another Sunday on this bright and beautiful Monday. Like I was saying in the back, man, the only thing better than spending $20,000 on an espresso machine is having a barista as a wife. This woman took a fucking protein shake and turned it into a better latte than Starbucks could ever. I mean, this shit got the layers to it and everything. The ice in the cup with the lid. Like, who does this? You would have thought she bought it. No, I said, babe, can I get a coffee? She comes out. It's craziness. But yeah,
Shout
man.
out to you, man. Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gotta love him. So I don't know where DJ HAMP went, but yeah, man. Hey, man. Sunday when you self-employed, Sundays every day. You know what I mean? So self-employed retirement. Shout out to us.
I remember I used to dread Mondays, man. Mondays is the worst day of the week.
I'm telling you, not anymore. Not when you retire and self-employed, man.
Yeah, indeed.
But this morning, man, I got up. My wife had an appointment, early this morning before the kids went to school. So I got up, got the kids off, had to take some documents in the office real quick, enjoy my little spirited drive through the park. It was after rush hours, 65 and sunny up here. So, I like a good quick drive, man.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cooling down here. It's last week it rained like every damn day, but it did rain. But yeah, it's hitting that perfect time of the year in Florida, man, where you don't need no AC or no heat. You feel me?
Yeah. Yep.
You get all your money back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About probably October through December.
Yep. Yeah, that's about the window for us. It's about September to about Halloween is when you ain't got to go with heat or AC. It's 65 right now. It's beautiful. Probably about 70 by now, but it's perfect, man. It's perfect. I love it. So we got some interesting shit today. I don't know where HAMP went, but I can't wait to see this video. There he is. I can't wait to see this video y'all wouldn't tell me about.
It's a stampede! DJ HAMP the Stamp. DJ HAMP the Stamp.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most, man. Salute to the fellas at HQ. We are here. We are in the building. I would assume they waited for me to do the intro. They just stared at y'all for 4 minutes. I apologize. When you tall, you don't have to work on a lot of other skills, so there's that, man. What's poppin'?
What's poppin' is the conversation we've been providing to the audience for the past 5 minutes without robbing you of the opportunity to do your illustrious intro, as you just said you were going to do.
Nah, somebody had put Z's in the chat, so I figured, you know what I mean?
That's just a hater. That's because I'm up. It was just a hater, it would have been good.
Yeah, CJ's in the chat. What's up, CJ? It had to have been CJ. He thinks everybody's boring.
CJ. You already said hi to everybody now?
Nah, we didn't call people out now.
Okay. Fish, what's good? Quincy in the building. Salute. Little Rock, what's poppin', man? D Majesty in the building. I see you. What's good? E Dub, what's poppin'? My brother T Will in the building. Vet Life was good.
Wow.
I like it. Riri, what's poppin'? Mel, you already know. Like, share, subscribe, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. AC would. AC, I got some explaining to do. Because there's no reason y'all lose that game, beloved. None. Zero. God damn, that made no sense, man. Harbaugh lost that game. Let me just say that. Mr. Williams, what up? Action Jackson, good to see you, kid. CC, what's poppin'? Salute to CC in the building. Impress was good. Impress putting in work as always. Miss Jilly, what up, though? Make sure y'all say what's up to Miss Jilly in the chat. Homeboy Blaze in the building. What up, Ock? Boot Camp, I see you. Baker Man, I see you. Keisha, what's poppin'? Aaron, Shalawam, Callie in the building. Orlando, what's goody? Salute. Truth, what's poppin'? Hit the like button. My brother Vizzy in the building. Big Lee was poppin'. UT, I miss you. I ain't seen you in a month of Sundays. Hope all is well, man. Yeah, man. I ain't see you last week, but it's good to see you, man. Hope everything's everything, man. Put a 1 in the chat. Make sure we know you all right. Yeah, man. The Eagles look bad, but they won. So, you know.
Bird gang.
You shall see. You missing them 2 guards, though. I know that. I know that much. And that defense, everybody average age 24 and a half, nigga. You could tell. Dry ball, what's popping? Salute to John Doe. Let me see. Reese, what up, kid? Let's get it. Nah, I feel you, man. I feel you. I just landed at 8. You know what I'm saying? Flight left at 6, landed back here at 8. But it's like 3 hours, so I'll go back. Hey, man, we won, man, and I don't believe in luck. You heard? I'm going to Levi Stadium when they play the Ravens, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to go see the Niners at the actual stadium, being a fan my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So, it's lit, man. What's good, though? Miss Fantastic, what up, man?
Hey, man, another day, baby.
I was teasing. If people work from home or if they stream, they bottoms never match the top.
Yeah, no.
The bottom be whatever.
You don't need to see that. You don't need to see all that. Long as it's on them.
Indeed. Man, what's good though?
Yeah, my bottom's not matching the top either. You know, light work.
Indeed, regular shit.
Yep.
Yeah, impressed. Caesar's Palace came through. And Tay came through, but it rained. So I'm about to start DJing. I DJed for maybe like 10 minutes, and it started thunderstorming and shit. So it was good though. We had fun though. You know what I'm saying? Omega, what up? AL, what up? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, man. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most, man. Thank you for everybody being here. We got 100 people in the building. Please make sure you hit the like button. Let's make sure the likes match the viewership. Go ahead, Aaron.
It's funny that you say that. I remember growing up in the 80s and 90s, my dad would come home from the bank. First thing he did was take off his jacket, maybe his vest or whatever, and he would run around with his pants on, kick his shoes off and then pour a drink. Now, I come home, I switch out my pants for ball shorts, keep the jacket on, keep the button up. It's reverse. It's funny like that. How and it happened the flu season of 2019 is what did it. I would come home, jacket, suspenders off, pants stayed on. Now it's the other way around.
Well, I don't know why, but I need to say this. Pause.
Oh God!
I don't know why. Just something about something. Just
it's appropriate.
Okay.
No, it's appropriate. It's appropriate. It's a just in case.
Yeah.
Right. It's always appropriate, right?
Figure out. Coach was good. Okay, UK in the building. We actually got a clip from the UK today too. Rashada was popping. And I hate when dads do that. Richard Rashada. Like I don't think he said it out loud. It's like when you read a paper, when you write a paper, but when you read it out loud, it don't
sound like, yeah.
Victor Olympics was good. Let's get it, man. Jeffrey Rice, what up? Mom did it is crazy. That's what's up, man. Salute to my Dukes, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That help the channel the most. Victim Olympics, what up? Rock Solid, what's good? Daily in the building, man. Let's get it popping. This might be risky. It's fantastic. Big Aaron in the building, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way. Talking about.
MJ, what up? Mr. Fantastic, what we got, man?
Oh yeah, man. Listen, man. I'm just saying, bro. You know, one of these days, as much as y'all hate me and all this other shit, you're gonna realize, bro. Not always, but about 98% of the time, Fantastic was right, baby. All right, it just is what it is, man. Don't fight it. Okay, here we go. Don't fight it, man. Don't fight it.
What happened, though?
Here we go. Here we go. Share this thing.
Gotta hit the like button, man.
Fantastic was right yet again. What I say, they know they gay, but
started working there and I started to find myself being attracted to gay men.
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta. And the flamboyant gay men. And he had his little man bun, his Yeezy jacket. He was fresh. So I was like, this is that same little man that I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? So he came up to the table that we were sitting at, and let me let you know that I was actually supposed to go with somebody else that same day. So he came up to the table. He's like, oh, can I sit here? I was like, yeah, you can sit right here next to me. So I guess I would say that I was the more aggressive one. So he sit right next to me, and first thing come out of my mouth is, I want to fuck a kid. I never fucked before. We should fuck. And his mouth opened. It dropped. And from then, he started touching on my breast, touching on my vagina, and we were like dancing the night away. The other guy who I was actually supposed to go with that weekend and him started arguing. That was on a Friday.
Was the other guy gay too?
No. So they were arguing about who's taking me home that night. So I knew in my head, I was like, I wanted to fuck, because it was almost like, let me see if I can turn him. It was just for ha-has, even though I really did want to have sex with him. So Sunday came, he came to my job again with his friend, and we had some drinks. I had some shots at my job. Then we went somewhere else, had some more shots. Then we went to his house. When we went to his house, I was impressed, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, he's getting the pussy. So I was impressed. I went into his
yeah, again, you heard that part, right? Oh yeah, he getting his pussy. Okay, that's another thing too. They know, all right, already, but you know, just had to highlight that.
his bathroom. I washed my face, because every time I come in the house, I wash my face, and I lay down on the bed. I lay down on the bed. When I lay down on the bed, I know he took my pants off. Now, I did see a condom on his dresser. So I didn't think nothing of it, because I was, out of it. And he started going down on me, but not the front. He was eating my ass. So after that, I wake up the next morning, we had sex again, and I was pregnant.
Get the fuck out.
Look at God. You froze out. That's how bad it was, man. Listen, man, I'll be making this shit up. The next one, I'm gonna make a collage of all these prison niggas that do nothing but tell stories about niggas giving up that butt or getting it took. I don't be making this shit up. I go to the people that tell the stories, and I just retell them.
Aaron, go, Aaron. Yo, what the?
I told, listen, man, listen.
That is crazy to me, son.
This is why I don't mind being a bad guy. I thought, listen, once you start seeing this shit the way you see it, man, hey, it's just the truth. It just is what it is, man.
But that's the minority, right?
It's the minority, but the minority fuck up the majority, huh? Because this one woman right here, she not ugly. She not bad, but she not ugly. It's an average woman. So most niggas going right, especially if she giving it up like that. If she gave it up to
She got to be mentally ill though. She has a complex. She has to be mentally ill. She is that.
no, Aaron is not mentally ill. I'm telling you, most of the women's sexual opinions and things that they put on men are projections. Women project all the negative sexual stereotypes and things on men. They claim men are these sex hounds and all these different things, but again, 95% of the sex toy industry is for who? Aaron, they got fucking massagers in the grocery store, bro.
What you mean?
You'll never see a pocket pussy in a grocery store. Never.
So, is there a concession
Jesus Christ.
when they call niggas a bunch of niggas homosexual? I guess
Yes,
there's a
it's
concession.
yes, yeah. It's projection. Hell, I tell you, even in that, those women outnumber the men, and they have these desires, where it's like pussy supremacy. Women really do believe that they can, turn a man that likes men back to liking women.
Let's excavate two real quick numbers. How many women out of the total do you think believe this or think like this? A
Or that
percentage.
their vagina is the best vagina on the planet, and
That,
can
that,
they
that they're gonna be turning niggas, turning Decepticons into Autobots.
75%.
Jesus. All right. And then how many niggas you think out here is Decepticons?
5%.
All right. Yeah, I don't like the influence of that alone. Even then, all right. This is HAMP. What the fuck? This.
What?
How you come across this shit, man?
I didn't.
What do you do with
Mr. Fantastic found that was Mr. Fantastic on the video. Play it again.
They got to play it again. I just did the preview. Seen it.
That's how fucked up I can't. I don't even know what I just saw.
Listen. I don't look for this shit. People tag me in this shit. At this point, shout out to my people, man. Shout out to my. Anytime they see some shit where Fantastic was right, niggas literally tag me and throw the hashtag in there. I've been doing this shit for some time, man. I'm new to y'all. I ain't new to this.
Let me ask y'all a question in the chat. Women, would you eliminate a man from dating, sex, court, whatever the case is, if he had past homosexual experience? Would you just outright eliminate him? Or would you give him an opportunity?
Damn. Be fantastic. He just one question solidifies it all. And the chances of righteous women are they're gonna be here. But I already know. Damn. They just did it.
They saying they would eliminate him, man.
Yeah.
That's what they saying.
Yeah. Because this is the land of the Hebrew. I bet you if you did this poll
Pause.
on like just random. Yeah.
That is fucking stupid, bro.
There's a righteousness to your audience that I think is skewing the answer from I think the real answer we would get if we just did an open poll.
Pause.
Yeah, right. That I didn't like that.
That
Yeah,
is fucking crazy, bro. She just talking. Play it again, bro. I need like
it's that unbelievable, right?
she
Yeah.
just like, hey, I wanna have sex with a gay man.
It's
Like
an hour-long interview, Hamp, and she had a this is a snippet. Hold on, let me bring it back up. And that's just like you said. That's just the part where hold on. Where. Oh, okay, hold on.
If you say 5% of women align like this with this kind of thinking are prone to it, yeah, that takes the mental illness thing and kind of throws it out the window.
Fantastic was right yet again. What I say, they know they gay, but
Started working there, and I started to
when
find myself being attracted to gay men
In Atlanta.
in Atlanta, and the flamboyant gay men. And
so the flamboyant ones, like I told y'all, the ones that you know, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The little Prince looking niggas.
Yeah, we talking about this at the times.
he had his little man bun, his Yeezy jacket. He was fresh. So I was like, this is that same little man that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So he came up to the table that we were sitting at, and let me let you know that I was actually supposed to go with somebody else that same day. So he came up to the table. He's like,
that's
"Oh, can I
crazy,
sit
bro.
here?" I was like, "Yeah, you can sit right here next to me." So I guess I would say that I was the more aggressive one. So he sit right next to me, and first thing come out of my mouth is, "I want to fuck a faggot. I never fucked before. We should fuck." And his mouth opened. It dropped. And from then, he started touching on my breast, touching on my vagina, and we were like dancing the night away. The other guy who I was actually supposed to go with that weekend and him started arguing. That was on a Friday.
Was the other guy gay too?
No. So they were arguing about who's taking me home that night. So I knew in my
Fuck
head,
out
I
of
was
here.
like, I wanted to fuck
Yes, he was
because
gay too. Then
it was almost like, let me see if I.
what's he talking about? Take her down, bro. Yo, if it imagine this shit, bro. Imagine a grown man. I'm arguing with a gay nigga about
I'm
who
not
going.
exactly no.
Don't even make sense. He gay
Yeah.
too. That don't even make sense. They don't register.
Hold on, she's out on a date with this cat, and this gay dude just rolls up on their date and
No,
sits
she
down and
worked
starts.
there. She worked there.
Oh, oh, oh.
Like,
Still, I don't like it.
I'm arguing with the dude. Come on, my nigga. That shit sound pressed, gay. That shit.
Baby, if there's any like even question to where I'm in competition with the brother fucker for that pussy, no, baby, it's yours. It's all yours.
That was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That there's some crazy shit, bro. There's some crazy shit, man. Now okay. So let me just make sure. She's an out. She's the minority, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the majority. I'm not saying I've never said it's the
But it's enough
majority of
to be alarmed.
oh yes. Oh hell yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? When you talk to, because I have several friends in Atlanta, including my cousin, right? And she jokingly says all these niggas is gay, and she like there's cats out there you can't tell the difference, right? So you just dating them, you know what I'm saying? She not putting nothing past none of them niggas. You see what I mean? Like she not calling them gay, but she ain't gonna be surprised because she feel like she'd be fooling herself. Know what I'm saying? My cousin said it. And like another chick who's actually a sex therapist out there was saying it too. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas just on a different type of time out there.
Oh, a sex therapist says it, then that's that. I mean that because who's gonna know what people's most
Yeah,
deepest, darkest, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna interview her one day. Her name is matter of fact, y'all can look her up. She pretty popular. She was on like what's the little black channel, like not BT but TV1 or whatever. You know, she conducted interviews. Her name's Sex with Ashley. You may have seen her before. But yeah, man, she was just saying like, yo, that shit is. She is men and women coming to her about similar subject matter. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different niggas on a different type of time, son. And then wasn't Atlanta the place? Wasn't Atlanta the place? What did we do? We didn't do shit yet. Final thoughts.
Hey man.
Yo.
This post hey, we definitely making this a segment, nigga.
End it quick, right?
Right, it's definitely a segment for here on out, nigga.
God damn.
Jesus.
Yo, we
Hey, tell a friend.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. When we out.
they got fucking.
Hey, Maurice, wherever you at, nigga, say, hey, when I see you, nigga, drinks on me, nigga. God,
I don't know.
Holy shit.
Mo, what did we say, Mo? What?
you heard what he said? Be careful, nigga. Hey.
But is he talking about us saying too much or just out here in the earth?
Nah, I think this is brother. The next one free for sure, brother. All your super chat sheet for the rest of the day. But I'm pretty sure he's talking to black men in general. That's why I keep telling men, bro, you gotta be careful, man. You don't know what the hell she doing, fam. It should be all bullshit aside, man. And you know, every nigga gonna go wrong, bro. But bro, before you do that shit, you roll them dice with your life, bro. You need to see the paperwork, bro, for real.
Now, does it? What if she's a homosexual?
Well, if she's a homosexual, I mean, she ain't gonna get nothing from no woman.
What you mean?
She ain't finna get no. She's not finna get no STI from a woman like that. Not at least not a deadly one.
But if she, but that's what I'm saying though. The crowd is the crowd though. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, like the crowd is the crowd. So if she frequenting places like that, right? There's a lot of people experimenting, being around each other, and all that. Like, so here's my speculation: if she's a lesbian, right, but she's still into men, right, and then they flock with men who are into men, and they be experimenting and going back and forth. I mean, her likelihood to be, you know what I'm saying, get something or is exponentially increased, right? Or am I reaching?
Well, no, you're right. If she's hanging around those guys and they all have that thing, because I think there's a thing to where there's a story where it was a guy that liked guys that was dealing with a girl that likes girls. So yeah, could be possible.
It's that guilt by association type or proximity. You know what I mean? The probability increases based on that. Or what do they say? Is it what is it? Birds of a feather, all that type of shit.
Flock together. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's crazy though, man. Shout out to Maurice Mack. Be careful, brothers. Indeed. I'm just trying to. I can't get around any of it. This is an overwhelming start to the show, man. And this is what I get for not being outside. You know what? That's why I'm gonna stay my ass right here in the house with my barista wife. Enjoying my little early morning drives. You know, sports car life, man. Fuck this. Gentlemen, get married. Get you a wife that likes you. Get you a sports car and hang this shit up.
Hey Mo Mac, we appreciate you 100%. I think that this message is a double entendre. As we know, there are several communities that they seem to want to try to protect, or you can't say too much about the Jews, LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? But we just saying what's actual. We ain't even defacing nobody. We talking about the conduct that just is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because Mr. Fantastic overall point, not overall point, but one of the points he make is the likelihood to pass STDs is because of the type of sex people be having. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Just be careful with that shit, bro. Like the sanitary. I mean, there's a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what we were saying while you was on the phone. You know, just the guilt by association or the birds of a feather kind of philosophy. You know what I mean? When you start muddying the waters like that, it's the guy you can't.
Yeah, your
Stay
verbiage
away,
is
man.
crazy too. Like you've been on some what you've been muddy in the water, Aaron. You gotta.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, get him, That's what I'm That's what
Yo, even you gotta stand up, bro. You gotta stand up. You gotta stand up. Stand up.
Hit him. Okay. That's how you do it. That's what I'm talking about. Hurt him. Cavalier. That's what I'm Cavalier. Yeah. That's what I'm
Perfect.
Thank you, Mo Mac, man. We really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Mondays can be hard to just get around to, but thank God I get to do it with these two gentlemen here. You know what I'm saying? We get our energy flowing, we get started. But it's a lot of work that goes into this stuff, man. So we humbled by the donation. You know what I'm saying? 100%, man.
Word up.
You know?
We appreciate you, brother.
There's been times where we've done topics that had a little bit more substance to them, you know what I mean? And then there's always a cost benefit, right? And oftentimes the benefits don't outweigh the cost seemingly, but we still got to do them, you know? So that means a lot to us, good brother. We appreciate it, man. And saying what the $5 is, just pointing out that she said wash her face, not the area between her legs. Similar to women having long nails but no nail brush to clean them. Victim Olympics with the $5 says social media has exposed that a lot of people are insane and need psychotherapy ASAP. Little Rock with the $2 says hot and ready like a Little Caesar's pizza. Yeah, she talking crazy, son. And with the $2 in 2025, that doesn't women sleep with? What are you saying? Oh, in 2025,
what doesn't? Yeah, what doesn't
women sleep with? Thank you again, Mr. Maurice Mack in the building, man. I was trying to tell him, like, cause we was having that conversation about, you know, how they'll say like she was bamboozled, he was lying to her, had to tell her some type of shit. No, I'm telling you, overwhelmingly, that is not what happened.
It's not.
Know what I'm saying? Salute, man. Hit the like button, man. We gotta do this one, man. This shit just threw me for a loop, man. Maybe you got more information than I. This is the best video. I don't know if this is the best one, because I think he already got shot with the beanbag, right?
Yeah.
Because he's sitting down. But I don't understand the dog shit.
Hey, stop! Please! Stop! Why are you trying to shoot me? Why are you trying to help? Ow! Please stop! Ow! Oh no! Ow! Oh no! Ow!
Yo, y'all niggas can't beat that ass, yo. Bro, how the fuck is shit like this even legal, bro? First of all, this nigga ain't have no weapons on him, bro. The nigga spent around. I cut the video short, it was too long. He spent around multiple times, showed to me he ain't have no weapons on him. He asked him what's going on. They screaming and yelling and shoots him multiple times with a beanbag gun. He drops to the floor, crying out loud, screaming like, "Why y'all shooting me?" And then they sick a fucking canine on him, bro. Like we in the fucking 1850s. Like what type of shit is this, bro? This shit gave me the Jingo vibes. And this shit is not funny or cool, bro. Like y'all niggas be wildin', bro. Like what the fuck? And y'all not gonna sit here and tell me that these white motherfuckers is not racist no more. Racism is alive. They police officers and judges. This shit corny. This shit gotta stop, bro. I'm dead ass. Like,
Hey, stop! 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 Please! Stop! 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 Why are you trying to shoot me? Why are you trying to help? Help! Help! Please stop! Help! Help!
What the? Where was this?
I don't know what city it was. I forget, but I know he got awarded. Hold on, let me look it up.
Everything. The keys to the fucking city.
He only got
County and state.
800,000, Aaron, almost 900,000, I think.
Shitting me. I want fucking full dictatorship over the whole city. All you bitches work for me. Oh, get the fuck out of here. 800,000.
It's like almost 900. Hold on, let me see.
First thing is we're gonna be eating dog for dinner.
Yeah, hey, I do need that one. I need that one specifically. You know how they people take their old dogs and they do the taxidermy shit. Yeah, he definitely go
Yes. Yes,
yeah,
his head is over the fireplace.
Yeah, Ren 1010. I need him personally.
That's right.
That one. Put him down.
Exactly. Yep. With that through his head forever. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Put him down. Hey, then every time you walk by, pat him on the head.
Yeah. Yep. Wiggle arrow around in the shit. Yeah. Stir that nigga thoughts.
Every time I walk out the house.
Good boy.
Get him out of here, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, I don't think people, Aaron, I think people understand, man. Non-lethal rounds, man, they won't kill you, but them shits definitely ain't soft, nigga. They hurt.
They hurt. I mean, you already know it. Shit, bean bags, paintballs, sim-munitions, airsoft, all that shit feels like a bullet that didn't penetrate.
Yeah, exactly. It's meant to incapacitate, man, not kill.
Yeah.
That shit, like, yeah, you get hit by that shit.
And that man is out there with his drawers on. Like, come on, man. You remember we used to go out with sim rounds and paintball, and we used to pad up and shit. It'll be summertime, and we got the poly pros underneath the camel. You know what I mean? To go train. This guy's out there with his drawers on, and they're 15 feet away and hit him with a beanbag out of a 12 gauge. Are you serious?
Yo, I don't understand. It's 10 of them out there.
And a dog.
He come out there with his shorts on. He shot him, tased him. Like, what the fuck?
What city was that?
Yeah, where was this?
Damn, I think it's on the West Coast. Hold on, let me see. I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. They said it what it was when I saw the title, but I didn't.
Anybody know?
I think it's Cali.
I think it's California. That nigga done got shot twice. Fucking bit by the dog. He come outside in his drawers. What the fuck are they? I'm telling you, bro, a call can make a difference too, right? Whomever, depending on how something is called in, is the energy they approach the situation with. Like, I covered that young Scooter shit. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
When she called saying a woman getting beat and this, that, and third, and they got guns, them cops is going over there on go.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. I mean, that's what they going off, right? The dispatch call. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I be. That's what I be telling brothers too, man. Whenever that's the same thing. For domestic violence situations or family crisis situations. You saw the thing where the girl got shot twice with the knife. She was in the car and she hopped out with a knife. The cop shot her ass 2 times.
No. Oh, I think I did see that.
Yeah, it
Oh,
happened in Florida. But yeah,
that's
man. Anytime you tell the cops about any type of violence that's already occurred, they have to come in with that posture and attitude of violence and danger being imminent, bro.
yeah, yeah. No, 100%. That shit
That's
different.
understandable. But when a man is, I mean, when a man is in his skivvies with his both hands in the air and his back is up against some concrete, you don't discharge 12 gauge beanbag at his ass and send a dog in behind him. That just, I mean, this man has he's standing down.
Yo, I saw one thing, bro. It was a cop. It was two sheriffs, matter of fact. Hey.
That dog is big as shit.
Yeah, man. He'd start sniffing and shit. So the two sheriffs, right? And it's a black dude. So the white dude he trying to, like, you know what I mean? And the black sheriff like, I got him. And the black sheriff, they let go of the guy and he grabbed the white boy like, nigga, I got him. I told you that. You know what I'm saying? Why? You know, like if he wasn't there, it was 3 white dudes and the 1 black sheriff. You know what I'm saying? And if the black sheriff wasn't there, they was gonna try to do this boy filthy. You could tell because he was trying to like punch him and wrestle, you know, and they were just escorting him out the building. You know what I'm saying? But the black sheriff, he wasn't no small dude. You know what I'm saying? But even all the other cops was like, hey, like why you grabbing the other sheriff? Because he knew he was about to try to do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to get his shit off. Crazy,
Hey,
bro.
I just remember this joint where the dude ran out the courthouse, and I don't know what the damn sheriff was thinking, but bro, the nigga jumped, he leaped over the fucking banister and landed on
The judge.
No, that is the sheriff, like the bailiff. So Buddy books it out of the fucking courtroom. He heads down the stairs. You know how you got like the not the fucking spiral stairs, but just like, you know what I'm saying, a regular staircase.
The banister.
So, yeah, so the fucking cop jumps over the Superman leaps over the banister thinking he go fucking get the dude. Nope. Wall and country.
That shit don't, nigga. Motherfucking Arnold Schwarzenegger made that shit look easy, bro. Yo, niggas got fooled by them splits Van Damme was doing, nigga. You ain't Van Damme, nigga.
Hey, you ever seen it? Go back and watch all the 80s. Hey, hell, go back and watch the 80s movie where they don't blend the stunt doubles right. Bro, shit is hilarious. Just watch that shit long,
Shit
bro.
look
Hilarious.
crazy, nigga. The stunt double be looking crazy, son.
Look like somebody else with a wig on.
Hey, exactly. Bad wig too, Eric.
A bad wig, yeah.
And saying with the $5, and if he hit the dog to defend himself, it would be assaulting an officer.
Exactly. Exactly.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. It's crazy where people that ran the dog, they ran the dog to death, where the dog had a fucking heart attack because you ran from him. And yeah, them motherfuckers got charged with fucking.
I seen that. That shit crazy, bro.
But that's bullshit. How can that be assault on an officer? An officer is someone who has the cognizant ability to enforce the law. This dog has no concept of law. This dog has concept of treats.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Deputized, man.
So if this dog misinterprets a command or whatever, or treats is in the picture, or you know what I mean, and I get my arms around this dog's neck and he can't get free, then that's assault on an officer. Motherfucker, what? We gonna put the dog on the stand?
Nigga, I am legend that dog, nigga.
Yeah.
Choke the shit out that dog, bro.
Pry that nigga mouth open like fuck. You know what I mean?
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Yo, Aaron. Are you doing this shit on purpose at this point?
Oh shit!
God
Damn.
damn, yo.
Hey,
Like share
is
some.
that coffee, man? No, hey, this nigga can't drink no more coffee for the show, man. No more coffee. No more good ass coffee for Aaron. Miss Aaron, you gotta wait after the show. This man gotta have afternoon coffee. No more
She
morning
over here.
coffee.
Look.
It's too good, man.
Come on, son. Pry this nigga mouth open.
They get.
Damn. So Aaron, you didn't see this, huh?
Nah. Oh, this is what y'all was telling me about. No, I ain't see it.
This shit is so. This video is hold on. So this one is more just the actual kind of leading up to it. I'll play the other one first. This one is shorter. Does he look like he in distress about something?
Yeah,
Or he,
I didn't even see this part. Yeah, this nigga going through it. He definitely
Yes,
got some demons in him.
definitely something on his mind.
This stop is Stanley Park Station. Please exit right.
they said North Carolina. They got a train. It must be what, Charlotte or something.
Gotta be Charlotte. That's the only place that we even. I didn't know they had a train. That's the only place we even have a train in North Carolina, bro.
Yeah, maybe in Raleigh because they got all the schools.
Yeah, the
But
school, like the college, and yeah, but it's more likely it's Charlotte.
this is great. Like you coming from work. Look at her. She coming what? Dealing pizzas.
Please stand clear. Doors are closing. Train is about to move.
No.
Yeah, man. Hey, teach your kids about situational awareness and just preventative measures, bro. If you're in a public area where you gotta sit around people and strangers and shit, do not let it be where you sit behind somebody. If anything, you want to be parallel, right, or perpendicular, so you can see anything if it is coming your way. Okay, motherfuckers are literally batshit crazy out here, and the sad part about it was nobody even noticed what he had did until minutes later.
How did them people right there not see the shit?
Look what's in his hand. Look with the gray
Yeah,
hoodie. What's in his
yeah,
hand?
man. Phone, just like the girl, the way that it happened to the girl, the phones. Had her head been up, she would have seen this shit, Hemp. Not saying, I'm not justifying this on and so forth, but she would at least have some reaction time if she's not focused here.
She, but look at her, man. She don't got a chance if she did see it.
What? Well, I mean, I'm just saying at least to react and help.
Yeah, you maybe could twist and get
Yeah,
hit in the wrong, a better
yeah,
place, but
yeah,
yo, that's the softest target on this bus.
yeah. And how they doing it now? This nigga done been let go 14 times, Hemp.
Him?
Yeah, rap sheet longer than goddamn the Amazon.
So this one, hold on. I don't know if it shows. Yeah, okay. So this shows after she got
This
stabbed.
stop is Stanley Park Station.
Right.
Please exit right.
So
No, that's not after.
No, this is the same part. But
Okay, yeah,
it's gonna also show after.
yeah,
I
yeah,
just don't want
yeah,
to skip and then go too far.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But 14. So what does that say? Like, what is that? What he been locked up 14 times. What does that say? Like
They let
what would we use that information for?
again, man. Just a softness on crime. That's why I say, bro, you can't sympathize with criminals, dog. Like we said, there's a pattern of behavior at some point in time. You gotta sit these motherfuckers down for the safety of society.
And yo, the uniform, bro, like kills me, bro. Because like a little look, she little as hell, right? She just got a regular old job. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
she ain't doing nothing to nobody.
Your camera went out.
Okay, my battery dead.
You good? You back?
Yeah, the last 8 hours of her life is margarita pizzas and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Please stand clear. Doors are closing. Train is about to move.
She could have saw that, and then that could have been her cue.
That's fucking crazy. They said he stabbed her 3 times.
And she didn't make it?
Nah, she was out of there. Yeah,
She died there.
yeah, she died on the thing. Like I said, it took a minute. We go keep playing the video. Well, I ain't gonna tell her. You just see it.
So he cut himself too. You know that knife slid back. You know, so he dripping blood. He bleeding.
What the fuck?
Why you even turn your back? The nigga, this the shit I'm talking about. This is what you talking about, right, Mr. Fantastic? The
That
dude with the
too.
blue hoodie turns his back on this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you? You should be wouldn't you be facing him?
Yes.
Look at society, bro. The person over there somewhere is literally saying he stabbed this girl. You hear it? The person is saying he stabbed this girl.
Yeah.
Everybody's a bunch of fucking zombies.
Is he saying I stabbed the girl or somebody else saying this shit?
Or you want to act like you want to move?
Oh, that's him talking.
Like nobody pulls on the emergency stop the train shit.
Nope.
I ain't even watched this whole thing. Yeah, one person tried to help the girl.
This is fucking wild.
Okay. The dude didn't hear him say he didn't make it out, right? Cause the dude saying you leaking blood bad. He says I stabbed this girl, and the guy said you said what? And then he keep on saying you leaking blood bad, bro. So based on it's a different train car, right? That's what it looked like. He went to a different train car. This shit eerie, man.
This stop is East West Boulevard Station.
Mind you, it's 4 people on that train car with them at least, right? It was 2 people sitting behind him and then 2 people to the left of him.
Please exit right.
The bodies of 3 teenagers are found shot and...
So, you know what I think about, right? You know what it is. Daniel Penny, right?
Yeah.
What do you say about Daniel? Cause this the thing. How do you determine who gonna go as far as go what? Like you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Hamp. Listen, y'all, and this is the thing to where it's like people or y'all will get it. Look, bro. You can call it cowardice, you can call it whatever. So it's not. That's not just that. The Daniel Penny situation, everybody tried to turn it racist. Everybody tried to turn it into so on and so forth. Which Daniel Penny wasn't the only person. It was Daniel Penny and 2 other men. He just happened to be the one that was applying the chokehold, right? This man had went up and down, threatening people, getting in women and children's faces, and you niggas didn't give a fuck about that because it was a white man doing it, right? So when you leave it up to the public and you hold man to the standard to be these real life fucking vigilantes and superheroes, and now it goes too far, now what?
You damned if you do.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So
my oldest daughter, Miss Fantastic, is 4'11", right? She's 16. She little as hell.
Yeah.
That fucking girl there looked like she 4'11", 107 pounds. Like, yo.
And that's why, and it's North Carolina, man. So hey, man, again, brothers, fuck how you feel about guns. Get you one. Get training, get your license, and have that shit on you at all times. Okay? This shit is only gonna get wilder, man. I'm telling y'all, listen, this ain't nobody got time to be tussling and wrestling and shit, or so on and so forth. I pull that fire out, nigga, sit your ass down. Wait here till the police get here. You come at me with a knife, now I'm finna lay your ass down. And it's gonna be justified because you already done killed somebody else.
What you think, Aaron? Yeah, Jay Villa was Charlotte, yep.
It was a Charlotte?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Let me Tarus wanted to add to the conversation on this. Tarus with the 10,000. This is the part where I remind the panel that plenty have come up here and stated that people shouldn't intervene. This is what it looks like.
No. This is not the same. When you're having those kinds of conversations when it comes to DV, that's DV, where it's clearly, this is different. The man just stood up out of nowhere, pulled out the banger, and started perforating her uniform out of nowhere. And no one on the panel said that they should have got involved. What we're talking about is just a sheer lack of awareness.
Yes.
Even if the dude was like, yo, or the dude next to her on the phone, get her attention just so she can move. I mean, she can run. If she should have been aware. We opened the conversation and saying that she should have been aware. Even if she had her phone in her pocket, you hear somebody do something behind you and you look over your shoulder, anything. You look in the glass and in the reflection.
We have, yeah, you're right. But we have, not but, you're right. No, I think it is. I think I do mean but. He stood, remember, there's sound. There's sound. That nigga didn't make a peep, for real.
Yeah, nothing. He didn't make a sound.
No. I'm responding to Terusa's saying about people. We're not saying that somebody should have intervened.
Nobody could have intervened because nobody was paying a fucking attention.
That's the problem. This is an exercise in awareness.
But here's the other thing, though. She should be allowed to sit on the fucking train and look at her phone.
This is true.
Yeah.
She wasn't doing shit wrong. She got on the train, found an open seat, didn't sit next to nobody.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Closest to the door so she could get off. She was in the right place.
But
you're right.
Now that we had this saying, right? 4790 is pretty much like the maintenance manual that we have, right? They say that motherfucker written in blood, hemp, because usually it's because somebody done died from the shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So this is an unfortunate life lesson for people to take, and a reminder that there are crazy motherfuckers out here, and there are certain things that you can do to help protect yourself from them crazy motherfuckers.
Mitigate.
Yes, being in a public setting, and again, like I said, sitting either perpendicular or parallel to a motherfucker, it's totally different. Then it's a reason why the mafia had a fucking rule that the people sit behind you, the ones you trust. And then you can't even really trust them motherfuckers 100%. So you're giving up so much when you're completely totally have someone to the back of you. Even if you're gonna do that, right? Let's say the seats are set up that way. Had she sat with her back to the
window that she was sitting next to?
Yeah.
Right.
Had she sat with her back to the window, now even at her size, if she do this help, and now what? Oh, help! You see what I'm saying? So you are completely totally right, help. Let me just first and foremost, she should have the right, but
this is
the world we live in, and this unfortunately is a teachable moment. You know, that paid the ultimate price for women and other. Because hey, it could have been a man too. It just but he, like you said, he purposely picked her. Purposely, that nigga ain't want no smoke with no grown ass man, bro.
He make it all the way to another car, right? To your point about nobody paying attention and
That's
nobody's yelling.
Right.
Yo, he just stabbed this girl. Like, you know,
that's the whole exactly, and that's the thing. Even though we say don't get in, we may say don't intervene, but what do we always say? Call the authorities, alert someone, make noise about it, shed light on the situation. No one's saying just ignore it, walk away, and be silent as if it's not going down. We're saying spare your life. Don't get involved in something that you're not sure of. However, you could take action. We always say that, but you can't take action on something that you're not even aware is going down. And in this case, no one was aware of what was going down. The girl or nobody around. Only homeboy in the hoodie knew. And that's the part we got to change.
Yeah, even the dude who was like, you bleeding bad, bro. He didn't sound like scared or nothing. He just didn't know what happened.
Right.
And he kind of missed it when he's like, I just stabbed this girl. People say shit like that. It almost don't register because it don't make sense.
Exactly. Right.
Like, you ever had your car broken into? And you looking at your shit like, something don't look right. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it don't. Then you be like, oh shit, the window's broken and my radio missing. You know what I'm saying? But initially, you're like, I didn't leave this like this.
Yeah.
You know? Or somebody ransack your shit and you kind of just like, for a second, you just kind of registering what happened. And now, I think she's an easy target, man. God bless the dead. And I guess the one thing I'm pending in my head is, was it the person who sat there or just anybody sitting there? You know, did he pick her or did she get on that train at the right time to when he was about to snap, and it could have been you sitting there.
I think both. I don't think he picked her specifically. I think because it was her, he went, "Oh, got a live one."
He not
I
even
don't think
looking at her though, Aaron. Like he.
I don't think he knew she was going to sit there because then now I got to wonder what's the history.
Oh no, ain't no history.
I think he was sitting there. He had shit on his mind. Obviously, no one was sitting there. She sits there. He looks and goes, "Oh, really?" And then pulls this shit out. Right? He's just sitting there. Now he looks
So
like
solid, what up?
he looks like he's fighting with some voices. I'll be honest with you. He look. Hold on. Can we pause this and go back just a little bit, babe? Can you come here and tell me what you think this is? If this looks like schizophrenia.
Nah, see that's the thing. Like, all right, so boom. So she could have sat there, right? That guy, the Latino guy, that's the perfect seat. The seats that you sitting with your back to the window.
The dude in the red hoodie. Well, not. Hold on. We gotta go to his behavior. Not now. All right. Well, see how he was like, "Oh, word, okay." Like things like brightened up for him all of a sudden. Like, wait a minute, this kid's too good to be true.
Nah, I can't even do that, Aaron. I'm so
And he's
sick
like, you
of
know what? Now's the
sick of
opportunity.
motherfucking.
Pulls it out and goes. I wish you got to see his behavior before. Yeah, it's crazy, right? You got to
Yeah,
see the behavior beforehand.
you know what's crazy though? How
Here
how
from here. What's
how
this
in
look
the
like
hell
to
does
you?
the women not next to him though not see it though?
Hold on. What's this look like to you, babe? He's okay. My wife said he's responding to internal stimuli for sure. What's that look like to you? Crisis, right? Yeah, we clearly see he's responding to internal stimuli.
Your voices are talking now.
She could see. She said voices are talking. I don't know if y'all can hear her, but she says
Yeah, we
it's
hear.
clear. Oh yeah.
I hate this nigga.
Look at his face. And then see, she sits down and then look and look see his behavior. Look,
Oh,
how many people are on this train to him?
This
Millions,
motherfucker
right?
been arrested 20 times.
Trying to fight
Yeah.
whatever it's telling them.
Oh, she said, yeah. She said whatever it's telling him, it looks like he's trying to fight it. Whatever it's telling him.
No, I know.
She's saying,
I know what a bad batch look like.
yeah.
Now he's thinking about it.
Now, yeah.
So he jump up, right?
And the voice of yeah. Honestly, that was my. I mean, like I say, when it comes to that, she's my in-house performance has been behavioral health degree has been doing this. How long you been doing this? 30 years, 20 years. She going, you ain't that old, but
He jump up.
I mean, for 20 years, you know what I mean? And that's what I saw.
This lady legit don't even flinch. What is
That's
in
what
your phone that's
Oh,
so
whoa. You're missing. Hold on. You say that again? Because they said he got out 14 times. So what's going to happen? Can y'all hear this?
Right. He'll get arrested. He'll end up going to a state hospital where he'll be found incompetent to stand trial, non-restorable, and then he'll get cycled back into the community again.
Y'all hear that?
Hey,
why don't they put him to death?
yeah, put him down.
I can't hear him.
Wait, what? She can't hear you, Hamp? Why you say what?
No, I'm just saying, why don't they put him to death?
Put him to death.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that once you have a mental health diagnosis.
She said once you have a mental health diagnosis, everything changes.
Hey man, he
Thank you,
fell.
All right, so so Shorty to the right. But my thing, I understand earbuds, right? But does she have a blindfold on? That's my question.
Hemp, that's
Right.
what I'm saying. People are so focused on the phone. Hemp. They did a thing that they say now. People are so used to doing this shit, and I got on my son's ass about this shit because I started noticing it after I heard the report. people are starting to develop like a nodule on their spine, Hamp, in reference to looking down at fucking tablets and phones and shit. This shit is literally changing human physiology. This is how bad it's getting, right?
I want to try an experiment. I want to try an experiment, one or two experiments, just to show you. And I think anybody that's listening, you should do this as well. The first experiment: take your thumb and hold it out in front of your face at arm's length, and look at just your thumbnail. If you have a coin or anything with small print, hold it up next to your thumb in the other hand. Now, while staring at your thumbnail, tell me you can read the print on what's in your other hand as it's touching your thumb. You can. The second exercise I want you to do is take your phone out and read the longest email that you have received that day. Read it from beginning to end. As you approach the end of the email, stop and look at where your awareness is. You'll notice the room around you has blacked out. All you see is the email. You see nothing else. When you stop reading the emails, you're almost done. It'll shock you how much the room just blacked out around. And even if it doesn't black out, your acute vision is only about the size of your thumbnail at arm's reach. Everything else is peripheral. You can't see shit. Our awareness is so limited, and that's when our awareness is peaking. When our awareness is focused on something, the limitation, it's incredible. And that's just your vision. Your mind filters out so much of what you see. I just showed you what you're able to see, which is nothing. Your mind filters out, even out of that, shit that shouldn't be filtered out. We can't afford to be limiting ourselves.
I seen one dude on the train. There was a black dude. I think he does like content though. So he was there was this white dude on the train with his kid and his girl or wife. Did y'all see that? It was a while ago. And he was cussing them out, fuck out, all this shit, right? And the dude with his like kid and his wife and shit. I think he like snacked his hat off and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just popped in my head because it was on the train, but that was in New York. But then you look at the Daniel Penny shit. What was the sentiment about Daniel Penny? He was wilding. He was a racist.
Yeah, he was racist. They automatically made him racist. The dude was, I think, a ex-Marine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a former Marine. Yeah.
Yeah, ex-Marine. He was just happy to be on there, and he literally said it. And it wasn't just him. It was two other men that was helping him. I think one of them was Indian. I don't know what the other one was, right? But they were like non-white men. And people immediately jumped to the fucking racist thing and then sympathizing for a crazy motherfucker, man. Listen, it's messed up that you have a mental illness, but I can't let my sympathy for you override the safety of the public. Okay? That's the problem. People want you to be more concerned with sympathy for a crazy motherfucker than the safety of everybody else. If one gotta die so everybody else can live, what's the rule? Get them the fuck out of here. You got to go.
That shit is something different, boy. No, I hate you. And I think people, and this is not even like with the Daniel Penny situation, right? You ever like choke somebody or was fighting somebody? People it ain't a subdued thing, right?
Yeah.
That's what people misunderstand about street fighting and all that. People be talking crazy. Yo, somebody gonna die. That's how this shit works. When you fighting in the street with no rules. People be wanting to, is he asleep? No, that's MMA. Right? Generally speaking, if you choking somebody in the street, you choke them till they stop moving. Because you in a fight for your life too. That's what people don't understand. You in a fight for your life fighting in the street. People hit their head, anything.
It's fact. That's a fact.
That's one thing, and you can kind of like people say he went too far, maybe, right? But you don't determine none of that. You don't know if this nigga is Bruce Lee nephew. Fucking, he come down the train moonwalking and shit. You don't know what the nigga can do. It just, I don't know. People, when you outside, boy, People want it to be in a cage and it ain't. You know. Tarusa the 10 says, no, Aaron, people minded their business, which means being oblivious to their surroundings. If people are supposed to be vigilant, then they see him tweaking by the window, even after no one did shit.
No, Tarus, that people aren't oblivious. I mean, people are oblivious to their surroundings. They're not deliberately minding their business. People aren't vigilant. They're supposed to be, but they're not. That's the point. They didn't see him because they're not, and we're saying they should be. I don't understand what's being said here. They didn't say, they didn't look that off. Say, oh, that girl's getting stabbed. Let me not no snitch policy over here. No, no one saw it. People reading emails. People were playing video games.
But he's saying they are intentionally minding their business, though.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's what we saying. That's what we saying, Hemp. It's not a deliberate thing. Like, oh, I see this bitch getting stabbed. Just let me. I'm gonna look at my.
So I think that's the point of contention. It's fantastic. People will mind their business while somebody getting killed. That's the scariest part about society.
I'm with you on that one, Hemp. But this isn't the case here. Is what me and Aaron is saying.
Yeah, I think that's just the disagreement then. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
No, because here's the thing. Minding your business and responding are two different things. If these people knew what was happening, they would react.
No.
No, they even if it's not in physically intervening, Hemp, like you said, it was like help! Oh my God, he's killing her.
Even if it's just a change in face expression or getting up and moving.
Context that's missing is right. We got this part of the video, you know. This dude, right, and we just speculating, right, and it's almost unfair because the little girl done lost her life, right. He could have been tweaking on the train. He may be customary on the train, you know, and so that lady, right, who's there, look, even when he jump up, that might have been the third time this motherfucker done jumped up on the train. You know what I mean? They riding, but yeah, there should be a reflex, even if you focused on your phone. Bro, she didn't even fucking respond.
Did she see him?
It's deliberate. It looks deliberate to me. Like you would at least be startled.
That's the point I'm making. You can't be startled about something that you're not even aware is happening. That's the point I'm making. They're not aware of this.
I understand your point. I'm saying that she ain't look up because she ain't look up, not because she didn't know to look up. I'm talking about the lady in the gray that's just sitting right there.
She didn't look up because But what I'm saying is, I don't think she didn't look up.
Sick shit,
yeah, I think you're applying your awareness right now, Hemp, to everybody else's, and that's what
right.
I think you got to understand, Hemp. You can do social experience with this shit, like Aaron said. You literally have to be trained to go outside of what your body naturally does.
Right.
Okay. Everybody love to talk about multitasking and shit and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, you know, they do the shit with like, you know what I'm saying, rub your head and you know what I'm saying, that shit right there. 90% of people can't do that shit. You feel me? So don't apply your awareness to where, because like I said, I'll be the motherfucker like, hey man, y'all didn't see that? See what? Nigga, what you talking about?
Right.
I'm noticing everything. You feel me? People say, oh nigga, you just paranoid. No, nigga, I care about living. I know about situational awareness, and people that don't know, that's just the 90% of people. That was an older looking woman. Both of those women look older.
Yeah, they look older.
Yeah, so not.
Yeah, maybe I'm being unfair to them. You're right. It don't register like that. You know, it's right there in your face. But I guess in your face, pause is the TBD, right?
You know how your eyes do. You can look at one football play one time and see all 11 positions on both sides of the ball and mistakes they made and everything. Mm-hmm. You can see them fold. Most folks' eyes can't do that. Like that's your eyes have to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn. Rainbow was popping with the $5 says, I don't have sympathy for mental illness. These are weak people who can't handle life. Life is rough for everybody. Suck it up, bitch. Huh? What's goody? Sean Brewer Hero in the building with a 20 ball says stuff like this comes from pharmaceutical drugs. They making billions and giving out drugs that make people go through it in their head.
Brother.
When you find out these people be on drugs, over 80% of America on some form of bad batch, bro, but I don't know. It's crazy. Oh, Gun with the $5 says, Hamp, if I saw that dude on the train, I would get up and move. I think we have shamed people for getting up for fear of being called racist. But those two ladies were black. But yeah, no, but to your point, people like with the Daniel Penny situation, who gonna intervene? Right? What happens when you intervene? You damned if you do, damned if you don't. Black dude tried to help the lady. He got shot to death in the middle of Walmart. Right? People telling you're going too far when you're trying to help or save people, or you perceive a threat. That shit is impossible, right? You hope that the cameras work both ways, though. You know, they both get people arrested and protect people. You know. Talk about the women, the fucking video, that shit. I might just drop the link. Well, let's go to this one because this one is important, man. Let me ask y'all a question. Homeless populations, for like overwhelmingly most part, I haven't really had like, I never seen like a bunch of homeless people like do anything. You know, even the people who be talking to themselves in their head, they always manage to move out the way or stay on their side of the sidewalk. You know, I haven't seen a whole bunch. Now I've seen people do weird shit. Like, on a video, dude was like masturbating on a train, like, you know, shit like that. I never like seen it though. But do they be wild? Yeah, real shit, bro. Masturbating on the train.
Put him down. Hey, point blank range. Get him out of there.
Shit, crazy, bro. But do they be chilling? Like, and he didn't look. I mean, I don't even know what that looks like. You know what I'm saying.
Well, I'll say this, right? This Navy shit pushing a lot of beach towns, right? Of course. Beach bums are the more friendlier bums, right? They usually, for whatever reason, I don't know. You know, I think most people go to the beach are usually out there, their family, they're in a good mood and shit. So drinking alcohol and beer and shit. I walked by, my son was with me. This was, I think, right before or right after COVID.
Yeah.
And we was on the Virginia Beach thing, man. It was a group of beach bums, just happy as hell, man. Offering drinks and shit and everything. Hey, man, want a beer? Hell no.
Damn, man. So, that shit crazy, son.
You finna hit me with the pill cosmetic. I'm sleepy. Nah, nigga.
Yo, real shit, nigga. That. Yo, see him. Look, man. Keep your eyes peeled, man. Salute to everybody who just getting here, man. Salute to the 330 people here. Yeah, we just looked at the video, man. The black dude who stabbed the girl on the train. Nobody tried to stop him. You know, nobody intervened. People are in their phones, minding their business, right? They have tunnel vision. You know, I acknowledge all that stuff. He bleeding, get off the train. Obviously, they've arrested him now, but that girl dead as a doorknob, boy. That shit just different, man. You know, and my daughter's so small, I be thinking of shit like that. You know what I mean? Dang, all right, so let me see. I was about to... Oh, Crimson. Look at this right here. This real, right? Is this a travesty? This chat. Is this a travesty?
I don't know.
I don't think it's a travesty. I think it's just, again, adapting to the environment that we're in. I think one of the major issues and problems is people like looking at the past and saying, oh, it used to be this, it used to be that. You want to reminisce or you want to live, motherfucker? So I think she has a very valuable ideology, because if you're not looking for anyone to save you, you might not need it. If you're expecting or looking for someone to save you, you're always going to need it. So I would want to train any woman close to me to have the same attitude. Fuck the chivalry, fuck the how it used to be, fuck the you gonna make it home today. That's the attitude that you need to have.
Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate, and like you say, I do believe people have a right to live life, but I also know what it costs to live life, and society nor the planet owes you anything. It costs a lot for one human life to live, to provide that human shelter and food. If you were just a human walking on this planet, you had to build your own house and kill your own food and find water every day. That is a high cost, and that's for all of us. Now, we fortunately don't have to do all those things, which means we owe something to somebody because those things are being done nonetheless. But we nothing is owed to us as individuals just because we're here. So having said that, yeah, I mean you have a right to living your life, but what does that cost living your life? What are you willing to pay to live this life you have a right to live? And if your life is easy, then the cost has been deferred to somewhere else. But it must be paid.
So it's a travesty.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think it's a travesty.
People don't understand, man. It's so much shit that go into why things are how they are, right? And one idea can permeate through all ideas, all society, right? Because here's one of the retorts that'll come, right? You wanted to be independent. That fitting?
Directly, no. Indirectly, yes.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Trying to feel me, nigga. Politics as usual.
Went outside. The boys pulled up right behind our house. They shot him down in the alley. I mean, I was home. His brother was home. We found my son literally on the ground in the alley taking his last breath. My name is Marquita Sally. I'm from the south side of Chicago, born and raised here. I'm a mother of 3 boys that was also born and raised here. Unfortunately, my oldest was shot and killed here in Chicago. When holidays and birthdays and stuff come around, we are together. But the process itself has been rough.
He was just learning to drive. The car outside that I'm driving now would have been his right now today. But we didn't have those opportunities because he was taken away from us too early. My name is Miss Gail. My grandson is Gregory Wilson III. You got people still robbing, stealing, killing. Just the other day, a 5-year-old boy got killed, shot in the head. It's like it's never gonna end. So if Mr. Trump want to bring these troops to Chicago, hey, bring them on. What we got to lose? You know what I'm saying? Put some fear in, let them know that they here. They want, to protect the city of Chicago. We got elderly people afraid to ride the red line. You got kids can't go outside and play. You got women don't want to walk at night alone.
In my teenage years, the age that my kids are now, me and my girl cousins, even my boy cousins, all of us together, just walking down the street, laughing, talking, having a good time. Right now, my son could tell me he's walking to the convenience store around the corner. No, you are not. You have to be head on with your kids nowadays. You can't beat around the bush because at this point in Chicago, they life at stake.
do you think the community has been heard by like the government, the mayor, that kind of stuff? I mean, has there been any like positive movement?
No, I'm gonna tell you something. No, they focus. This 24/7. Everything. The migrants came here, baby. They had everything in the whole wide world they wanted.
And we got homeless people here.
You know what I'm saying?
They just allow them to lay outside on the street on the bike box. Y'all can help these people, but yet y'all bring people from
somewhere else.
A lot of people say, they get on TV, oh, my kid was this good kid, my kid didn't do this, my kid didn't do that. My kid was a boy, so of course he did the boy stuff as far as fighting and all of that. But as far as guns and selling drugs and robbing and stealing and killing, I didn't have that type of child.
This him right here, Gregory Wilson. He was loved by all and we miss him dearly. But we are in court. The person that did this, he is in jail, and we're not looking for him to get out ever. One thing good about my grandson, he was a cereal eater. You know what I'm saying? He loved him some cereal, and he played his video games, go to school, and come home. It don't affect just one person in the family, the mother, the father, the grandparents. He got aunties and uncles, you know what I'm saying? Little cousins, he got cousins over there.
Give you the shirt off his back, sweetheart. But they took my little baby, but...
Hey everyone, I'm Emily.
She held it together that whole time, boy.
That's what I was gonna say. Shout out to the strength of them women, especially the moms, for maintaining frame. I mean, yeah, I admire her resolve.
She was almost honest about her son. She did better than most, where she admitted to a little bit of how he conducted himself, right? But they don't pull up on you in the alley when you just getting out by accident.
Nah.
That's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? And that was her oldest boy. So that's them saying, send them in, what we got to lose, right?
Yep.
And this brother here, into Marcus we trust. You know, but I couldn't find the original when he's by himself. So I just wanted to say this right here.
I got the original. How about I got it right here?
You got it? All right, cool.
Yeah, I got it. Give me a second.
My mic is low. Y'all can hear me?
No, you loud and clear.
It's been low.
Echo, it's just like echo. I'm echoing for some reason.
I can't hear. I don't hear the echo. I can't hear.
It's been low for me. Like I gotta turn it down when Fantastic speaks.
Mic check.
Yeah, that's much better. Say something, Fantastic.
Check.
Oh yeah, y'all are right on. No, y'all are right on.
The echo cancellation.
Oh, yeah, cool. It's good.
You got it.
Yeah, I got it. Here you go.
I've been up here for an hour and a half.
Oh, brother, I said earlier. Fantastic talking about. Oh, you good?
Yeah. It came in clear on my end. Here we go.
Trump, do not send the National Guards to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles, nigga. We are not Washington, D.C., nigga. This is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang. Trump.
There's 100,000 gangs in Chicago, or 100,000 gang members. 100,000 gangs.
I'm pretty sure he said 100,000. He meant gang members, but even still,
they're gonna fight back. They're gonna fight back. Don't do it right.
Yeah, shout out to Smokey Robinson. Gang banging. Shout out to Smokey Robinson, man. Listen, man.
How
yeah, man. Listen, man. You street niggas, dog, and mind you, we're not talking. Everybody in the military is not special forces. Special forces is a totally different level, or even infantry. All right, but trust and believe me, this okay. Give me your best 10 street shooters. Okay, Aaron, when the last time you were in a official capacity of United States military firearm?
It was when?
Yeah, last time. Yeah,
05.
Oh, so yeah, 20. That's literally 20 years ago. I guarantee you, I'll put my house in any other house that you give me on Aaron.
All night, all day, and all night again.
Moving targets too.
I'll stay still. You put them on the move.
Niggas do not understand that. Hemp. This is why I say, my bad. Go ahead, Hemp. You. I'll go after you. You muted.
I don't think he said they were gonna win. He said they're gonna fight back.
That's not gonna last long. Because you know why? You know what? That actually makes it better for the National Guard. Because the more you fight back, the more the National Guard can actually end up doing. And things will escalate real fast. And when I say escalate, pun intended, right? We're talking about going up. Things will escalate to the point where something called an A-10 warthog comes into play. Yeah. Don't fight back too hard, my niggas.
Well, I don't think we got to worry about that.
You're gonna bomb the city.
I don't think.
No, I'm just saying, if you think your fighting can get to a point where it actually matters, it never will, because there's no ceiling, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't. You're talking about aircraft carriers and fucking.
Yeah, you'll reach a ceiling long before you even start to matter.
Hemp. Literally, you could put a special forces team of like five real special forces guys in there. Hemp, you'll clear a whole fucking block out in hours. A block.
Isn't so? When does the because they're outgunned, right? I understand that. What situation does the Second Amendment come into play? What situation would it be? Wouldn't it be something like this?
What you mean?
Like the Second Amendment, right? Because the one of the main pieces for us to have guns is just in case the government start doing too much.
Yeah, This is part of it. Yeah, form militia to pretty much keep the government from overthrowing the people. Yeah, but at the same time, that's if and when that happens. That's not the case here. Like I said, I don't think people understand how. So the National Guard is there just in support capacity. National Guard cannot by law be law enforcement. They can't lock people up. They can't go kick in doors. They can't do any of those things, but they can be in a support capacity. What happens is when you shoot at them, though, now they're authorized to protect themselves with the backing of the federal government and their arsenal. And now if you shoot at them, now we got more people that we can call in. DC never had that issue or problem, right? Remember when DC, they spent, I don't want to say half the time, but a substantial amount of the time, not even armed, right? They were just there helping the people, walking around, showing presence. Chicago, which you saying this now, and you've already gotten it approved in DC, now you're coming in the door armed because now you got dumbass niggas getting on the internet threatening the president of the United States about what he should do in a city.
Did he have a threat?
Well, he said Trump don't. Well, I'm saying, advising then, talking shit to the president of the United States, telling him what not to do. Some lowly, nobody ass street nigga.
Watch this. You ready? If you have an illegal firearm and you discharge that illegal firearm at the National Guard, you're not covered under the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment rights cover people who can legally own a firearm. And those are the exact people that the National Guard are not looking for. They're not going to be the people that are engaging in firefights with the National Guard. It's people that have no business owning these guns. They're either illegal firearms or they're felony graded out of ownership of a firearm.
Yep.
Which means you're no longer covered under 2A.
Yeah, and all switches are illegal, by the way. So any firearm containing a switch is automatically illegal.
National Guard. Because then it's just 3 round or whatever.
Why it's called the Department of War. Nigga, you about to find out why it's called Direct. The fuck? Goofy ass nigga? We ain't scared of this shit. Man, Trump talking about something. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Nigga, you about to find out why it's called Direct. The fuck? Goofy ass nigga? We ain't scared of this shit. Man, Trump talking about something. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Nigga, you about to find out why it's called Direct. The fuck? Goofy ass nigga? We ain't scared of this shit. Man, Trump.
And we know that's cap too because niggas only shooting at niggas first and foremost. Niggas not shooting at y'all, not busting at the police. Y'all not, you know.
Motherfuckers,
Do we know?
I don't even want to go to the last topic because it's too much of a transition. What we talking about now? It's just a whole bunch of this shit. Is fucking. Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead. I'm just trying to organize my thought process. Like,
I just had an image flash across my mind of an up-armored Humvee with an M2 50 caliber belt-fed machine gun mounted to the top in the turret. Just that motherfucker alone. That piece of gear right there.
but are we saying that they're gonna need to do all like it's a war zone?
No. I'm saying that motherfucker rolls down the street and it's not gonna be a war zone because everybody's gonna be running in the house.
Well, no, we saying, listen, don't fucking antagonize the motherfucking polar bear. Okay,
Yeah,
not the black bear, not the brown, the polar bear. Okay,
right.
Polar bears is only one thing is gonna happen.
How? Let me ask you a question though. How well trained is the National Guard?
Well, it depends. I would say 40% probably proficient in whatnot, what have you. But hold on, listen. You know, even in volunteering, people can volunteer. So, certain motherfuckers take offense to you saying that what you gonna do and pretty much like there's gunplay. So there are individuals that do take their range time extremely serious. Some people that actually, because the National Guard can be do what's names with the Army, right? They actually do time and actually time in service. So I would say probably 40% proficient.
Wait, you got these YNs taking pictures and TikToks where their homies have a camera or phone and they're aiming weapons at their homie in this TikTok with their finger on the trigger. The trigger discipline is out the window with these folks. You can be 20% trained, 10% trained. Just the fact that you have trigger discipline means you're infinitely more trained than what I see some of these YNs doing. You're doing TikToks like this, and your homie has the phone. This is craziness.
And you have a defense advantage to body armor, actual headgear and shit. So that cuts down your target by a lot. And they don't have the firepower, right? I don't give a fuck how big of a drum you put on that Glock switch. That's a 9mm. Limited range. You already don't have any. What's the name? So
belt-fed weapon, belt-fed tripod-mounted weapon, belt-fed vehicle-mounted weapon. That's all you got to say.
Yeah. They don't want no smoke with that. But hell, I got this. This the one you got to show, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right,
like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most, man. I was tired and I started playing these videos, man. It just depleted my energy, man. This shit crazy, bro. That nigga say you gonna find out why it's the rack. Hold on. Fuck.
Who is this? Hell, what the hell are you doing on the weekends, man?
What the Yo, what the? Yo, man, I could see it, but I'm way more handsome than this nigga.
Oh, hey, nigga, y'all, hey, nigga, hey, man.
He got a head tattoo.
Yeah, that look 100% nigga to me. I was like, damn, man, hold on, man. What the fuck going on around here, man?
Wait, is that the end of the video?
Yeah, that was it. It was just a little short thing. He was just throwing up gang signs.
Wait, go back to it.
Right. Man, what you been doing on the weekends?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. Nigga look strong. So is that his message?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. That's his thing. And last time I checked, gang members don't send threats over motherfucking social media. That's what I thought. But hey, man, Young Thug telling on everybody, so I don't know.
All right, take this big nose nigga down, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, hit that like button. Oh my god, nigga, that's crazy, son. Callie with the $2 says that is a woman in a gray hoodie. I think so. Yeah, you're talking about on the train, right? See, Nathaniel with the $10 said, "This is America. Go explore the world and find something better." Them good old boys used to say, "America, love it or leave it." I agree. For me, it's leave it. Sean Brew with the $5 says, "YNs keep playing and think you can just threaten the president directly or indirectly, gonna lead to them knocking on your door. Don't cry wolf later." Matreon was popping with the $10 says, "But y'all laugh when I said then come the mask taking out." What?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. But I guess he's talking about like getting rid of niggas, but I don't know.
Oh, they want to take out the masses? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm looking at his picture, and it's a belt-fed tripod-mounted weapon on the front of a yacht.
He always got old dude hit the link before. He come up when he come up. His name is old dude.
Oh,
okay,
yeah. Vet life for the 20 ball. Fantastic and big Aaron. They have no clue about the technology that's out for the military and the police. I have a buddy that just finished programming military/police robots and robot dogs. 2026, they are.
God, the surveillance alone, just the ability to see a person without going to sleep.
I seen one weapon they was working on. It was a rifle. This was a while ago too. It could see, like you could shoot it from around the corner. Did that actually come out?
Yeah, been for a long time.
Okay. Just Gems with the $2. People got the answers about real life sitting on YouTube. I don't understand what that mean.
Yeah, again, fucking idiot.
People go to work every day and sit in an office.
people got a lot. People are living their real lives, made it to 40-some years old, and done had life experience. Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is, we on YouTube, touche, right? But we be up here for 4 hours. Y'all be at work for 8 hours.
Yeah, the fuck you talking about?
Cali Bed with the $5 says, "So if nobody can beat the military, the Second Amendment is moot. No militia is necessary because it'll be a losing battle."
Well, no. No, that's not how it works. That's not the case, right? So in order for it to get to that point or whatnot, what have you, that would have to be martial law and a whole bunch of bad shit, right? Now, for the most part, I mean, if you look at it from you have citizens serving within the military. How many of those people are going to be cool and fine with that? So even people within the military to where you're going to have, nah, man, I refuse to do this shit. I quit or whatever, so on and so forth. It's total chaos and whatnot. And then you have the hundreds of millions of guns versus I think, what is it, Aaron? Maybe 2 million people that actually do the military. And if you add in the guards and whatever, you don't even got 3 million people. So,
but shout out to that. Even half of them are going to be out. They're gonna go UA. They're gonna you know what I mean. They're gonna switch right there. Yeah.
So yeah, that in itself, and you will have people that purposely stay in to sabotage shit because now you talking about killing my mama, my grandma, my babies, and
the chaos. You're gonna like you said. Shout out double agents is gonna be crazy. Intel, CIA will fall. It's crazy. Yeah, that's a world.
The system is set up to work because it will work. It was set up in like you said, the essence and the spirit of Americans not letting itself turn into a totalitarian government.
Okay. Well, that's the thing though. Right. So you do it in the Capitol, right? And it looks to be at least on his face, pause, it looks to be a benefit to the people, right? But you militarize the police and just wondering, like, I understand what y'all saying, but what does the starting point look like? Like we was having a very hypothetical conversation 6-7 months ago. Us three, Sean, I think old dude might have been there too. talking about how going in them neighborhoods is not gonna be peaches and herbs. And now it's like a real life potential opportunity for this. People posting on the internet, the gangs got to get ready. You insult the president, they're gonna knock on your door. There's troops going in to supplement the police, but they police it differently. It's almost like they usurp the authority too, because when those police, those FBI, those agents was coming from different places in DC, they was policing totally different than what the police were, and the police took a back seat to them because they were taking those orders and directives and really implementing. No drinking, no this, no that. Community police don't police the same way. So it's just like, what is the threshold? I thought we was just talking 7 months ago. Now it could actually happen.
It's going to look like flu season being extended way too long. See, that was a test to see exactly how obedient people would be. But if you try to deepen the obedience and extend the obedience out ad infinitum, you'll start knocking on the door of people. All right, what the fuck's going on? And then that's when the spin around will happen. When it starts to become obvious to the law-abiding, tax-paying, legal gun-owning citizens that they are completely. It started to happen. It started happening in flu season.
Well, Aaron,
people were like, what's going on?
Well, just to clarify, I'm talking about when we was having that conversation about 6 versus a project building.
Oh yeah.
And if those men are really talking like that, it only take one slip up to get it popping. One motherfucker got to hit the trigger, and it goes down. If they out there trying to face off and all this type of shit, almost like the Warriors. You remember that movie?
Yeah, and then we'll cover it in the Monday Morning HQ, and it'll be gone in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it wouldn't even last. It wouldn't last a week, HAMP.
But that changes the face of the country forever, bro. The military goes to war with neighborhoods.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? So,
because that's how they're gonna say it.
Well, that's how that's how the news is gonna frame it. But then too, like you said, the military is in response. You literally can't do anything, and that's another thing too, right? We didn't even talk about. So there's the police escalation of force and requirements are different from what the military is. So the military literally has shit that, especially the National Guard, to where it has to be this, and this. So if they're shooting, trust and believe they're being shot at, or directly having their imminent danger from a firearm, not even a knife or whatever, so on and so forth.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not even talking about the rules of engagement. I'm talking about engaging. You know what I mean? I would assume that the National Guards people are going to follow the rules of engagement, right? I'm just saying, one shot got to go off.
Yeah,
it's not going to change anything. How many people just found out about moves last week when I brought it up? And that's somebody dropping 40 pounds of explosives out of a helicopter over and decimating 61 houses in West Philly. All inside of our lifetimes. No one knows about it. You bombed a fifth of Southwest Philadelphia. A fifth. And no one knows. The way intel works in America, the way the CIA perception is shaped, it'll be used long. Like I say, we'll cover it on the HQ. It'll be the TikTok sensation of the month, and it'll go right away. Just like we're talking about DC right now. It'll go.
They're gonna live stream it. The move couldn't be live streamed.
Now we're talking exactly. You know what that does? It desensitizes us, so that way things that happen like on the train, we don't see it. Now you see the psyops. That's exactly the right answer. They'll live stream it. Exactly.
Oh no, man! It just I understand. And same with this, that's your doppel. You two can't exist in the same space. That's crazy, son. And same with the $5. That's why when they bring them in, they're not from that area, so you can't retaliate on their local families. Just Jim with the $5. I'm saying you're talking about where you would have sat and how you would have sat. Hindsight is 2020. So y'all don't be on your phone. By the way, your kids do what they want. Believe that.
Okay, so So to your point, no, I actually practice these things in real life. But I mean, if I do use public transit or something like that, right? So if I'm out in, me and my son went to New York. What was it last year? Last year, right here, we went to New York, rode on a train, everything. Again, I'm extremely vigilant. I'm extremely attentive. More than 90+% of the populace, because I understand, okay, just how dangerous and crazy motherfuckers are. Okay, even when I'm driving a car, all right, being that I rode a motorcycle, I can understand the suspension dipping on either side to let me know what the car is going to do. Most people don't understand that. So stop limiting me to your understanding respectfully. Okay. When I'm out and about, I'm not just talking shit on here. Okay. People see me do the shit and they even brought attention to it when I'm live on YouTube and I'm looking around and looking over my shoulder. And that's me doing actual content to where every so many seconds and so on and so forth, I'm checking my surroundings where I am taken away from the phone. Okay. So again, yeah, man, don't don't put me in your bubble.
Shout out to Fantastic with the vehicle control and the weight transfer dynamics. I love that. But yeah, as far as me, if you see me in public on my phone looking like a Vic, stay away. I'm probably setting you up. Like that's probably the guy. I probably got the drop on you. You know what I mean? Like, not something I'm gonna be out there doing. No, yeah, that's a trap. If you see me on a shit, run.
Hey, I just I guess the one thing I want to understand when they saying what they saying is what they're saying, that they're going to clean up crime, right? Why did the gangs and stuff feel so offended? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are they taking offense to? Like having more police?
The crime is being cleaned up, that their way of life is being attenuated.
That's my same question, Hamp. Like, why are we allowing the fucking, and mind you, this is nothing but criminals, okay, responding and telling you what they gonna do and all this other shit. Why do we give a fuck about the opinion of criminals? You just had the lady that lost her son that said, hey, yeah, bring him on out here, right? And his grandma, right? People in DC did the same shit. So how and when does the value of the lowly, derelict, dangerous, detrimental criminal become on par with that of the citizens? What the fuck are we talking about? Why? I don't give a fuck about a fucking YN's opinion. Fuck him. If he dies, he dies. And that's the attitude we need to adopt for these ain't shit ass niggas.
Damn. Yeah, so I was looking at the dude, because he actually is decently intelligent, you know, in terms of when he's talking, at least. This one. Hold on. So this is his follow-up.
I made a video about the National Guard, about Trump coming to Chicago, right? I said, well, Trump don't come to Chicago, which he is, no matter what. I mean, he's the president of the United States. I'm constantly telling people in the video, under no circumstances, bro, it's a lot of bad people in Chicago that's gonna fight back against the National Guard. I'm not saying that the fact that Trump isn't gonna do his job or whatnot. I'm saying that the fact that there's going to be people in the city that are going to at least try to fight back the National Guard. Now, I'm not saying that the National Guard can't take them out, because obviously they got that power too. Some dumbass nigga talking about, oh, it's a threat, why isn't this guy locked up? Nigga, I never threatened the president. What are you talking about? Do y'all not understand that this is the National Guard, bro? This is like, bro, he's about to go to war with the whole city. People are going to fight back regardless, bro, whether y'all like it or not, bro. Now, is it a high chance they go lose? Of course they go lose, 100%, bro. You're dealing with the National Guard, bro. But coming to the city of Chicago is only going to make things worse, bro, regardless of what y'all talking about. Let me tell y'all how slow niggas is, bro.
Okay, so he's you know, he's saying, look, they're not going to just lay down, right? They're not going to just concede. So it's going to get, but I think he's worse is because he's assuming an escalation, right? And I think things will get worse before it gets better, if that be the case. I could see every movie fucking that you could think of, right? What was that shit with who was it? Patrick Swayze, the New York movie. Remember, it's old as hell. It's like something.
Little Tokyo, big trouble in Tokyo or something.
No, it's
Big Trouble in Little China. No,
Big Trouble in Little China, not that one.
I forget. I'm not. Maybe it wasn't Swayze. It might have been Kurt Russell. No, Kurt Russell's Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah,
Escape New York or Escape LA. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's Escape LA. You know, but that's it. It just. Do they need it? Is that the bottom line?
Yes, they need it. Obviously, it's worked in a similar city that has similar issues and problems. And my thing is this: just lay it down, nigga. Just like they do with each other eventually, right? And you have a gang that, or hell, even remember, hey, HAMP, they swore me down. They got mad when it was being reported that the Trinidad Ragro motherfucker was out there. Oh no, man, them niggas ain't doing nothing. They ain't out here. And then they started going viral and trolling motherfuckers talking about old block, we walking down old block, right? The Chicago niggas was claiming that shit wasn't even happening, and it was. So if they can lay that shit down and knowing to back off for another criminal organization that's very, very small in numbers and just happen to be coming through the city, I suggest you take the same fucking logic when it comes to the United States government and the military, bro. I don't even this is what kills me, HAMP, right? They'd be like, oh, well, why did the cop have to shoot him? Why did the cops got to do high speed chases? Why don't the criminals just pull over? Why are we always expecting the good people to be the good people and uphold everything and do the right thing? Why can't the criminals just for once in a fucking lifetime, just, hey man, you know what? They got me or whatever. Just let's lay it down. Come on, bro. We always judging the people that's trying to keep shit in order.
Sean, what's popping, kid?
Perfect. Oh man, how y'all feeling, man?
Doing all right, man. Just trying to assess. Yo, Sean, I had good energy, man. I don't watch that video with the girl. Now we talking about this, man. I'm just sitting here, man.
Hey, man. Here we are again with this conversation, man. Full circle, man. This reminds me of a conversation we had about a totalitarian police state. This reminds me of that conversation, man.
You going through the matrix, bro.
Yeah, you speaking in ones and zeros, man.
I really want to hear what he's saying too.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. So who is it, man? Is Chicago? Well, once Sean clear up, just start talking, Sean. If you clear up, but who is it, Mr. Fantastic? Chicago, New Orleans, Memphis. He's just gonna run them all down.
Well, I don't think it's gonna run it all down. I think it's just the fact of the matter of those things as to where it and low key, you know what though? We ain't even looking at this bigger picture wise, right? So one of the first things Trump did when he came back, I think he signed an executive order. They didn't pass the law to bring back capital punishment, right? Pretty much death penalty. Okay. But the crime bill, there hasn't been a second crime bill created. So what would you rather have? Would you rather have a blanket crime bill that affects everybody, right? Mm-hmm. That affects everybody and hit super harder than what it was in 94, or you just have them target, small pockets of heavy criminals that get the brunt of the fucking situation. And from what I've heard, to my understanding, HAMP, not one person died in DC from these situations, correct?
Correct.
All right. So if the Chicago niggas decide to be the dummies that want to test the firepower and turn this into a fucking gunfight, right, or shootout with the police and the local police first and foremost, and the National Guard, hey, wear it in health. You get what you get. Fuck around to find out. No sympathy.
You back, Sean?
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm good now.
Yeah, you good now. Now you clear.
Yeah, fantastic. What you said is is exactly why you would be a terrible politician. No sympathy from you, but the PR nightmare, bro. That shit exists. Like that, no sympathy it's not an option for politicians and leaders, bro. So for you, it don't matter, but for optics, it absolutely matters. And I remember, this brings me back to the conversation we just had about the police state and totalitarianism. And I remember the conversation that this wasn't going to be a police state or totalitarianism. But to be fair, I think Aaron said maybe it was early stages, to be fair. Aaron, do you think that we further along towards totalitarianism or police state?
Compared to when? You gotta give me a baseline reference
compared to when we had the conversation about a month and a half ago, whatever it was, 2 months ago.
No. No.
Phil.
So what would have to be done for you to say yes? What more would have to be done?
Something more like flu. Flu season had us all staying in the house, bro. Everybody, all of us.
Aaron, speak. Can you speak a little bit more plain?
Flu season. Oh, I could say it. The COVID.
Mm-hmm. But you're saying that to say what?
To me, that is more aiming in the direction of what he's suggesting, a totalitarian police state, where the average person is relegated to their home and will be questioned what was doing on the street by law enforcement if you go outside. What are you doing out here? Nobody is allowed to be out except essential workers. You have to have a reason to leave your house. Otherwise, any law enforcement can run up on you and question you. That is more a totalitarian police state than what he's suggesting. I'm saying that's when I would start going, oh.
So to the people that are subject to that, to the stop and frisk tactics, you don't think that it meets that bar that you just described?
No, not even close. No.
Why not? How not?
Did you understand what I just said? You have to stay in your house. That's much
but if
different.
Every time I come out of my house, I'm subject to being stopped, to being frisked, to being harassed, that's not effectively the same thing to you?
No. Because they're allowed to be outside of your house. The circumstances I'm talking about, you're not even allowed to be outside. It's not. It's.
I get what you're saying, Aaron. But if I'm allowed to be outside, but when I'm outside, I'm going to be subject to unfair treatment. That effectively isn't the same thing to you.
We could find it. You can then go to court of law and say this is unfair treatment. Where's it? If you go to the assholes supposed to be outside the house, there's nothing to fight. What you're saying can happen arbitrarily at any given moment. That just depends on the person who you encounter. What you're suggesting can happen at any given moment, and it's arbitrary. It depends on the person you encounter in the moment. What I'm saying is, does the law back up or support the citizen? And in your case, you would be supported by the fact that you could file complaints and press charges for harassment and things like that. There's a legal component that you can use to defend yourself and to litigate against the law enforcement that essentially harassed you. But what I'm saying is there's no harassment if you go outside. You're not supposed to be outside, and the cop comes and says, why are you outside? If the law says you're not allowed to be outside, it's not harassment. You're breaking the law.
So for you, it would have to be the law saying, or the enforcement tactic is that you cannot be outside. That is the bar that it would have to reach for you, basically. Because the harassment is happening. No matter what you're saying about what legal rights the person has, it would have to reach that bar for you.
Yes, because the thing you asked was police state and totalitarianism, which is a question of what does the law say, not what are people's arbitrary reactions. What you're trying to do is ask me, you want me to hold the law accountable for what people do. I can't, what a cop does to me is inconsequential to the law that's written. But if the law is written in a way that says your ass can't come out of your own house, that I have a problem with. Because then it doesn't matter what this.
I'm talking about the practice, Aaron. I'm not talking about the law. I'm talking about the practice. I'm talking about it. If we stand it on our stoop,
no.
I
When you
have
say
a delay too, my
totalitarian,
bad.
your question was totalitarianism and police state.
Okay, cool. You know what? That's
Right.
fair. That's fair. So what do we
that
call it
means you're bringing the law
whenever
into it.
we're outside, Aaron? If we're subject to being harassed at any given moment in practice, I'm not talking about the law. I'm talking about in practice. What do we call that?
That means you have a lousy police force. That means you have people that aren't well trained. I mean, there's a million places you can put that. Do I put it under totalitarian police state? No, because it's not totalitarian. Does it totally affect everyone, or am I being singled out for a reason?
Do you think it
It
would
affects
be
everyone.
differently? Not
Well, you
by
gotta
you,
answer
but
that question. You gotta answer that question.
If this was, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. Answer it again. My bad.
Aaron, just because Sean has a delay, so
okay,
yeah.
So totalitarianism, when you just outlined to me, it's not totalitarianism if it only affects me or a certain amount of people. So what I'm asking you then is, are you asking about true totalitarianism, or are you asking about the improper conduct of a number of people? Because they're not the same.
I get what you're saying. So I'm asking about totalitarianism, but I'm asking. So let's just say if this is a modified version of it. Let's say if it's the domestic USA version of it on American soil. Effectively, for the people that are impacted, which are Black people, wouldn't it effectively be some variation of that to those people?
No. That's civil. That's civil rights infringement. That's not totalitarianism. That's civil rights injustice.
But that was our problem with stop and frisk, Aaron. It was civil rights infringement. Now, no matter what you want to call it, I know. See, Aaron, I know you're stuck on because you're very knowledgeable. You're stuck on the term, but I'm saying effectively. Forget the term. Just forget the term because I know that you are very knowledgeable on this term. Just forget that term. But let's just say, okay, infringement on their rights. Would you say that it's that for those people?
But that wasn't the question you asked. I'm only answering the questions you asked. So now, if you're changing the language in the question, then yes, that is an issue. A civil rights infringement is an issue that I have.
Okay, so would you say that we're getting closer to that being? Would you say that that's gotten worse since our last conversation? That there's been a further infringement upon our rights?
No.
All right. Well, my questions are done.
No, because I mean, what are you asking? Is it because they're going into communities that happen to be Black and they're cleaning up crime?
Aaron, but there has to be a racial profiling component for any of this to work. If you think about it, that's what stop and frisk is. It's racial profiling, but it's allowable racial profiling.
No, but what was the question?
They have to coexist.
What was the question I asked though? Are you saying it's because they're going into communities that happen to be Black and cleaning up crime?
No, they don't happen to be Black. They are Black. It's not happen. They're purposely Black.
Well, that's the same thing, right? Happen to be an R. It's happening. They are Black. There's no other, right?
The problem with that, Aaron, is if the five of us are sitting somewhere, like how we in DC were standing outside the club, that, right? Like we would have all been profiled. Like if they would have ran down on us, and we know we was just chilling, you know what I'm saying, out there having a good time. They would have ran down on us. In which case, that's not cleaning up crime. That's fucking harassment.
Ran down and done what?
Done more than they should have done, right? Anything is a problem, right?
No.
Because we were just chilling, right?
No.
Yes.
Well, you have to be specific. What would they have done? And what's being done now?
Even asking us a question would be too much, because it's a free country, right? A question, a conversation, anything, because we weren't breaking the law is too much. That's infringement, Aaron.
No.
If we were a bunch of fucking big nose fucking Jews, bro, if we were a bunch of big nose fucking Jews and they were doing this, bro, it would be a problem. So why is it not a problem when they do it to us?
Wait a minute. What Jewish communities are opening fire and killing?
I don't care. That's not my premise, Aaron. My premise is that They suck a bunch of Israeli penis, right? And the Jews do whatever the fuck they want to do.
No,
The
that's
point is
not your
that
premise. But
yeah, no, that's
but that's
true.
my premise.
But I came up here to talk about my premise.
But you asked me a question how I feel about it, so I'm telling you my premise.
Right, and I get what you're
My
saying.
premise
but I'm
is
still,
if
I got a delay,
black
so
people,
pardon me if I'm cutting you off.
if no, I know dealing with some community. No, I'm 100% with you there, right? The point I'm making is, if black people genuinely gave a fuck about being profiled, then we would A, stop the behavior that's leading them to profile us, or B, be more proactive into getting people to stop and be, hey man, stop your bullshit, man, because they coming and bringing that shit to me.
I get what you're saying, but to Fantastic's point,
like a duck, I'm going to assume it's a duck.
Nah, we can't do that because to
duck
Fantastic's point that he's made up a million times, the overwhelming majority of us are not the problem. It's a vast minority of us that's the problem. So don't punish us for the fucking for them niggas. That's the problem.
No, but watch this. They're going into areas where the problem is.
Yes, Sean,
where I live, there's a lot of black people and they're affluent. When you go to PG County, there's a lot of black people and they're very affluent. But that's not what you're not going outside and seeing up armored vehicles outside. No, they're going into places where these things are needed, where there's actual literal violence happening. And if you're in there and you look like the people that are perpetrating violence and they run up on you and ask you a question.
So stay right there. Stay right there. You just said if they go in there and you look like the people that are perpetrating violence. That's my exact point, Aaron. That is the profiling part. Now you fit the description. That is a problem because I don't know Fantastic Sons, but what if his sons just fit the description? You know what I'm saying? Now maybe he's okay with them running down on his sons every chance they get when they're outside. I'm not okay with that.
Yep.
I want the crime. I want the crime to stop for sure. We're on the same page with that. Come up with a solution.
Concentrated area. If there's an area where crime is concentrated, go into that area and you look like the people that are perpetrating these crimes.
But everybody looks like those people in those areas, Aaron.
He's not just saying phenotypically or racially.
In there to target the crime, why would you assume you're going to be free of any kind of scrutiny?
So if it's 1,000 YNs in these areas, bro, they all look the same. So all of them are now subject to some shit because of 100 niggas.
And if that's what it takes to get the 100 niggas out of this situation, and it overall helps the other 900 YNs, is just a little pain and suffering you got to suffer for the moment. I don't know why we as men, especially being men, understand life ain't fair. Okay. And sometimes you got to be harsher and do harsher shit to fix the issue and the problem. Black people have allowed their communities to be overran and be governed by street niggas. So had you controlled it for yourself and not had to get to this point of where you had to bring in the National Guard or whoever, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So this whole thing, in fact, the matter of where, if and when, because to my knowledge, Sean, I haven't heard of anybody law-abiding, regular, everyday citizen in DC, black man, come up and say, "Oh man, I got stop and frisk for no reason. Oh man, I'm getting harassed for no reason." No, I've heard nothing but praises from those men, from old ladies, from other women and single mothers. I've heard nothing but praise from the actual law-abiding citizens that would not be negatively affected from a fucking crackdown on crime. Again, we are putting too much weight and giving too much of a fuck about the opinion and treatment of criminals. Fuck them.
I'm not complaining about the criminals. I'm complaining about the treatment of regular people. Fuck the criminals. I'm with y'all on that. So let me.
Now you got to show me the regular people.
Hold on. Because you said a lot. You said a lot of words. Do you think that this is going to solve the problem? Because you said those words. You said solution. You think this is going to solve the problem? You send the National Guard in Chicago for 3 months. You think that's going to solve the problem?
It's solving it in DC so far.
Yeah, but yes or no? Do you think that's going to solve the problem?
I don't have a crystal ball, brother. I don't know.
I just want this on wax. So 3 months from now, we can come back and have this conversation again, and we can have an update. Do you think that 3 months, put the National Guard in Chicago for 3 months? Do you think it's going to solve the problem?
For the 3 months that they're there, yes, I believe it will.
That wasn't my question. I said, do you think it's going to solve the problem?
For the time that they're there,
Hey, apply some topical solution on the foot fungus, nigga. And see what happens when you stop using that shit, nigga. That athlete's foot gonna be back.
For the time that they're there, yes, but I think it depends. Or I know, no, as a matter of fact, I take it back. I know it depends upon the non-criminal element and how they keep it going. Same thing I said with DC. If the niggas go back into the thing and the roaches are fucking flushed out, and as you said, you don't motherfucking do the necessary things. You put the food up at the end of the night. You don't leave dishes in the sink. You take the trash out regularly. You go back to your old ways. Of course, you're gonna get a reef infestation. If black people keep the fucking thing going to where, hey, report a crime, okay, don't allow people to motherfucking hang and bang on the corners, report suspicious activity, and do all the things that law-abiding citizens should do. Well, yes, the problem will be solved.
Do you think that's likely to happen? That part
I don't. For knowing black people and their
you believe in unicorns.
Well, no, I'm answering you according to knowing how I know black people and their affinity and just deep sympathy for street niggas. Unfortunately, not. But again, then that we are the problem. Okay, even though I'm not one of those people, I'm going to include myself. We're the problem. Like y'all say all the time, Sean. One thing I agree with the most. Hey, black people need to fix our own shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. So until we get to the point of where we have the same attitude for these ain't shit domestic terrorist ass street niggas, hey, everything else is gonna be a band-aid. So I agree with you 1000% on that, Sean. But what I'm saying is, if and when you get, just real quick, you got it. If you get the fucking treatment for the foot fungus, my nigga, right, and it's given to you for free or whatever, and all you got to do is keep applying it, and you stop. Whose fucking fault is it?
See, but look, we're aligned on we want the problem to be resolved. But look, you just said a key term: treatment versus solution. Treatment is our problem. The problem with our healthcare system. They treat the shit. They don't solve shit. They don't fix shit. And so, yeah, this can be a temporary treatment. I agree with you on that. The problem is we all want it gone. All 6 of us up here want this to be eradicated. The question is, how do we get to that? And my thing is, I don't like band-aids on bullet wounds. If we're gonna solve the problem, let's look at how we can actually solve the problem. Any of these niggas that's demons and domestic terrorists, get them the fuck up out of here. But let's actually solve the problem. Let's just not do some political shit that as soon as these niggas, unless it's gonna be an occupation, as soon as these niggas leave, we know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be more terror. So let's actually solve the problem. I think we agree on that. Let's solve the problem. But I just don't think this is gonna solve the problem. I know it's not. Matter of fact, what up, Mike?
What up, y'all? What's good? Can I just add something?
Well, it's Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams here first, so let Mr. Williams go next on you, Mike. He said, "Go ahead." So you got it, Mike. He said, "You got it. Go ahead."
I appreciate that. What's up, y'all?
What up? What up?
Nothing to it, man. What up, gentlemen?
Yeah, I just jumped in just on that topic. So I think Sean made a point that I wanted to kind of expound on a little bit. So I was talking to my wife about this, right? She can't stand Donald Trump, right? And I had told her, I was like, she was right. But it's kind of reductive to look at these situations as right and wrong. That's why the contention is always going to be built up. These are politicians. None of them are pure of heart. None of them, they all have their own agenda, right? And what he's doing in DC is purely political. So let's just get that out there right now. He's taking an opportunity to do something political to hurt the Democrats, to make him look strong on crime and make the Democrats look weak at the same time. So that's purely political. Nobody's here saying that, but there is a benefit to it. And Sean said, is this going to create change? No, not on its own. It's a catalyst for change, because what actually happened is we saw that Muriel Bowser had to change her whole tune. We don't want you here. Don't come. It's illegal, even though he really has 30 days that he can do it legally and circumvent Congress. She did that, and because the people were like, hell yeah, I feel safe now. Or, you know, the store owners talk about, yeah, it's been crazy out here. She had to turn around. So what this ends up doing is that it puts the onus back on the leaders in power. Like, look at what you can do with clean streets. We all have common sense. We know we don't want law-abiding citizens accosted, right? There's always a way and a method that we can do things properly. But what this does is like, oh, all you need is the presence. Like, if you ask a cop, if any of y'all know infantry military, right? I was in the infantry, right? A corpsman for the infantry. For y'all think I was like a Marine or something, but you know, a grunt corpsman. And one of the things that you do, especially when you're training for war situations, is you learn de-escalation. You're not there to really shoot anybody, even though you have a gun. You there to as a deterrent to keep the peace. So seeing National Guard troops is a deterrent for crime, right? That's what they're meant to do. They're not really supposed to be out here touching anybody. The rules of engagement say do not provoke people, right? So if they can really get on that and keep that effort going, especially with the help of the National Guard, eventually it will put a standard. It's setting a new standard for how the streets can be clean if you have a dominant presence, right? So that's really who we trying to get off these streets. It's the criminals. Now we know that once the police come outside, once the National Guard come outside, once we put rules in place that if you accost these people, you will be punished to the full extent of the law. Look at how much carjackings go down. Look at how people stop getting robbed at gunpoint. So no, I think it's definitely something to be said that this is a necessary thing, but we want the powers that be, i.e. Brandon, your people, your man in Chicago, I'm forgetting his last name.
Johnson.
Yeah, LA, all these people. He's now he did a political move, but it's smart because now he's putting all the onus on them to fix it themselves.
So what's the update? I had to walk off. So where we at with it, Sean?
Yeah, basically. So I agree with what Mike just said. Like it's a political move. It's not going. The presence itself is a deterrent to whatever degree it is for sure. It's not going to solve anything. It will triage the situation and it will attenuate the level of crime, but it's not a solution. And to Fantastic's point, there will have to be something, and Mike's point as well, there would have to be something that's done to maintain after the fact, because them roaches gonna come right back out as soon as some niggas leave, which is my main problem with it. It's just some political shit that ain't gonna solve nothing.
Okay, so yeah, so I think it's obviously an acute fix, right? Now, what are the rules in terms of bond and such in Chicago? How does it work out there? I know they were mentioning. Remember, they kept calling it a purge law, but it really wasn't like that. But what was it like? It's loose, right? In terms of keeping people in prison in Chicago.
Yeah, they didn't do away with cash bail per se. They made it at the judge's discretion.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
okay. Because those things would have to work in unison, right? For this type of policing to have more of a positive chronic effect, right? They would have to be arrested and then not be able to just get out, you know, because if they can just get out, then to Sean's point, it's very acute, if not effective at all. So in DC, they were able to change both of those things at the same time, which allowed for the effects to be more not permanent but long lasting. You know. Now, one thing, and I showed a video, and it was simply pushing back on the fact that poverty, the likelihood of crime is in unison with poverty, because most people who are in impoverished communities aren't committing crime. You know, so it's just interesting, man. But when we was having that conversation, I'm thinking, man, this is such a hypothetical conversation, but it's literally in front of us. I just can't see it enough. And I know they're saying they're going to back down and get arrested. And you just need one person to fire some shit off. And it's lit. That's how this shit works. Only one of them niggas don't have to be scared. Only one of them niggas got to be ready to die.
You know what's crazy too, Hamp?
You know?
That's what he wants. That's why I'm like, the people that's what he wants, really. You see what I'm saying? And I guess we can flip the script a little bit and say they really doing a good job, because I listened to a lot of people on the ground in that area, you know, my brother lives in that area. They're actually telling you like, y'all notice what he want, right? Like they going on seminars, they having Zoom calls with the mayor. They're like, y'all better not lick a shot off at one of these people or it's your ass. And they're going to occupy this place for a year. So they're actually doing a real good job with keeping the peace amongst each other and communicating that, yo, y'all better be, you know, you better behave, because that's really what he's trying to get going, you know, if you really think about
it. What you would have did on that train, Mike?
I missed the clip. What happened?
Little white girl got stabbed to death.
I saw that. I'm sorry. I saw that. If I'd have saw the stabbing, that's a deadly weapon. You take him out. He's about to take out other people. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I seen the blood trail, you take him out, you shoot. You know, that's full. I mean, that's what it looks like. So, you know, if anybody wants to know a situation in which you have the legal right to shoot and use lethal force, that's that situation right there. Knife.
This is not legal advice, by the way.
I'm sorry. Say again.
It's not legal.
This is not legal advice for
not legal advice. But if you want a theorized scenario,
which would be appropriate to use lethal force, that's what it would look like.
Which would be appropriate. That's
you'd be closer to right on that situation. Yeah. Now, how many of them niggas like him is in Chicago?
Thousands and thousands and thousands of crash outs. The most crash outs y'all niggas will ever see in your life.
Now, Hamp, you said poverty is linked to crime.
No, I was saying I was actually pushing back at that.
It's bullshit. And thank you, Hamp, for saying it. Just real quick, Mike, let me step in. Thank you, Hamp, because I told niggas this a while back, okay? And especially violent crime, because we know the largest contingent of impoverished people are who, Hamp?
The essays, the Migos.
Well, not Migos. No.
The Native Americans. Native Americans.
No, the largest number, not the percentage. The largest number.
The white whites.
Oh, white people.
Yeah. So white people make up the largest contingent of impoverished people. They're more impoverished white people than all the rest of the other people combined, right? Yet and still, we don't see the violent crime contingent in these white communities. So if we do ourselves a disservice when we say, oh, poverty creates crime, poverty creates crime. No, poverty does not create crime, because like as Hamp stated so eloquently and rightly, the majority of impoverished people are not engaged in criminal activity, especially the violent type. So until we get away from this bullshit and we stop, oh man, they ain't got no opportunity, they ain't got no this, they ain't got no that. No, nigga, those are motherfucking ain't shit cancers to the community that need to be weeded the fuck out, and then we can go from there.
So you got one thing. Let me just introduce this, and Sean, you got the floor. And I think Arnold has said it before. He was saying, I think it was Arnold. So I'm just gonna give him the credit for it. It's not only poverty, but people living on top of each other, right? So the fact that it's so dense and closely, so heavily populated, the likelihood for things to transpire increases the potential violence rate.
Yeah.
So when you refer to West Virginia and it's 20,000 people in a 50-mile radius, you're less likely to get interactions that are going to produce violent crime because ain't enough people there.
They ain't got trailer parks. I thought they had a whole bunch of trailer parks.
But it still ain't. But the trailer, the project building go up to the sky. Yeah. The trailer park, trailer, dog shit, trailer, needles, trailer.
Sister fucker.
Yeah, inbred, motherfucking family. Yeah.
Trailer, yeah, like that.
Ew, man, ew.
So I think
what's criminal?
Nah.
That's you got it. My
448 people watching, 205 of them hit the like button. That's what's criminal. Come on, y'all.
That's not nice.
That's diabolical.
Hamp, what I was going to say is exactly what you just quoted from Arnold. That's the problem. It's the densely populated, because all poverty ain't created the same. It's just not. I've seen poverty in rural Louisiana with them dirty fucking toothless white people. That shit different than Brooklyn. It's different than Bed-Stuy. It's different than Bed-Stuy in the 90s. It's different than Chicago with the projects up. It's different than them skinny ass streets that Aaron grew up on in Philly. That shit different. It's different poverty. Also,
You know,
it's limited opportunities and shit that we got to deal with too. We fighting for table scraps. Now it started like that. I can't say it's exactly like that now. Niggas was fighting for table scraps. Them little blocks where niggas, it's only so many fiends and so many blocks, and niggas was fighting for table scraps. I ain't giving no niggas no excuse, but I'm saying poverty does look different in those densely populated places for sure. But not giving niggas no excuses either. It's still a choice.
So I mean, y'all are really like, this is a multifactorial study y'all putting together, because what I realized, like I've seen a lot of trailer parks, right, in VA. Even the people that are impoverished in the trailer parks, it's 50-50 whether you're going to see a husband or a man in that home. Like, it's crazy. But they poor, but it's like mom's still with dad. They just live in a trailer park, like a dirty ass trailer park. It's kind of crazy, but I've seen it. So it's like even the presence of like marriage and people being together and the kids living in the trailer park with them is even higher than it is in the hood, you know, in the projects.
So, Mike, just to be clear, are you for the influx of the military police presence in the cities that are seemingly the most dangerous?
The National Guard only, yes.
The National Guard only. Oh, you're saying any further escalation would be what?
Yeah, because I mean, there's been precedent for this already. The National Guard can act as an extension of the police. So if you need it, right? So like, even when they mess up, that's the part that we get hung up on. Like, I could cite different things for you where they absolutely did a bad job. Hurricane Katrina, they were tripping. That's gonna go down in history as one of the worst occupations by the National Guard in history. But they can do a lot of good. Like, you know, I consume conservative news. I consume more liberal news. And no, people showing videos of them just walking through the street, dapping people up. Because remember, like us that were military, these are just your neighbors. They really don't want to mess with you. You know what I mean? They're just your neighbors, and a lot of them are young. So you know, they can be there for good as an extension of the police. So I'm for it in that regard. Yeah.
Okay, and you're for collateral damage, right? I mean, not for, but you accept collateral damage.
I'm a realist. I realize that when they get to one of these cities, either it's going to be Baltimore, Chicago, or LA, people are going to revolt against them. And
No. I'm not even saying revolt. I'm saying like people getting arrested, people getting accosted, people's way of life kind of being interrupted, right? Just by nature of more police. So in DC, there's several people that are being put in handcuffs and then being released once they pan out, right?
Yeah.
So like that type of stuff. Like, are you do you agree that what's it called, like in proper military terms, like acceptable losses and such?
You know what? I'm gonna have to be. Yeah. I am. But you know what? I just realized like it cuts both ways. Every time I see those videos in those situations, I not only see the wrong that's being done by maybe some group of National Guardsmen, I see what hasn't been done by the current local government the whole damn time. You know what I mean? So a lot of the times that these dudes are occupying the street, what I realize is that your legal rights can be violated and superseded at any time. Right? So it's like, yes, you have a legal right to stand here, but I don't want you standing here. You see what I'm saying? So if it means something, a bad may occur. That's why I be like, rights are an illusion, and for the most part, right? So that's why, as a personal note, you always got to move smart. Yeah. I ain't never been standing around a bunch of dudes looking like the police gonna show up. I got like a radar in my head, like, man, this shit about to turn up. Trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
never get shot where I'm not. You know what I mean? So
yeah, Mr. Miyagi was tripping with a lot of the shit he was teaching, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, for real.
That wax on shit, I'm punching straight through that bullshit defense. But
best defense, no be there.
Yeah, you better move your head, nigga. Wax on, wax off ain't gonna go how you think it's gonna go. But
have y'all ever noticed that how citing the law back to law enforcement never works in a black man's favor. So that's what I was taught personally. Stop trying to explain your rights to law enforcement. They already know, and they there. They don't care. In fact, the more you talk, you're likely going to do something that gets you. You see what I'm saying? They can.
You're gonna violate yourself.
You're gonna violate yourself. Oh, why you walking towards me? That's aggression. You see what I'm saying? I've never seen that go right, where somebody can start finger wagging at the police. You citing your rights in the law to law enforcement. They here now, bro. It's not gonna work.
Yeah. That's an interesting point, right? Because it doesn't matter, right? They already there to violate.
They there to violate.
To remain silent is very important. Stop telling a motherfucker what you think you know, because that's what you're really saying.
Yeah, it's real shit. Hey, HAMP. So listen, bro. I told y'all, bro. I was involved young tastic. I was, I think, 20 years old. I had a felony fucking charge, bro. Felony police stop. Okay. I won 270, of course, back then, but still 6'5", dark skinned nigga at like 12:05 midnight. Okay. I think, I'm saying think or feel, because I don't know this. I think the majority of black men that get pulled over get done so without incident. Like you said, for the most part, the last time I got pulled over was here in Jacksonville. I was speeding clearly. He asked me how fast I was going. I was like, I honestly, I don't even know. Shrugged my shoulders, whatever, gave my license, registration. He went, ran the shit, came back. I went on about my day. Okay, bro. Now, if you want to record. But all this means, man, like you said, a lot of these times we just saw, HAMP shit. We didn't even talk about this, but dude lost the case. Or they found the cop not guilty of the shit that happened here in Jacksonville where he punched the boy in the face and all this other shit. Now, that don't mean you can't get a civil suit, but when you come down to the grand jury and you're talking about police officers in their capacity, they have a lot of leeway, bro. Okay, a lot of leeway. We ain't talking 360, nigga. We talking 720. Okay, that's circles for you non-math oriented motherfuckers. Okay, so by all means, man, listen. For the most part,
multiple concentric circles.
So for the most part, please, man, minimal conversation and whatever. You actually do yourself a better service and so on and so forth by just complying and going about your way, man. I mean, do you really want to be that guy? Is it worth your life? You got 3 gambles, right? You can do all this shit, so on and so forth, and get locked the fuck up. You can do all this shit, so on and so forth, lose your life. Or you can do all this, so on and so forth, and get off and possibly get a settlement, right? But we know, the 66 out of the 33% is the most likely outcome, right? So just move accordingly.
Less likely. And go ahead, Sean.
Well, fantastic. Why do I have to answer where are you going or where you coming from a police officer? Why the fuck as a grown man do I have to answer that?
I literally said, don't do it, Sean. I literally
said, I'm not saying you saying that. I'm just saying, like, but why? Like, why do I have to answer that shit?
Well, I think the misconception, Sean, is we're the only people that they ask that. They ask white people the same thing. They ask Hispanic people the same thing. They ask Asian people the same thing. And I think the disdain for police officers to thinking to where black people have it in our minds that we're the only. I just looked this up, Sean. Guess who what percentage of people get arrested per year? The majority.
I don't know. But for the record, I wasn't saying we the only people. I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying, why does anybody have to answer that question? Why the fuck is it their business? Is my question.
No, it's not. So they have tactics, Sean. They're taught tactics. The cops have a job to do. So the job.
Cops can lie.
So
yeah.
Sean, you want to know what's crazy about that question? Because I live in a community, pretty affluent and stuff. And the police department does nothing like as far as crime is concerned. So they actually answer the complaints of people, and they put those complaints. They'll give you a card when they stop you that you can make a complaint, and they'll respond on Facebook on their page if you make one. You know what I realized? Like, they are playing a mind game. Most of the people that are going to end up arresting become combative when you ask those simple questions. So it's not that they're really asking you. The thing that I did find out is they still building my neighborhood out, right? There are dudes out here stealing, what's those things, the circuit? They're stealing that stuff, right? So all they got to do is ask for your ID. Now they know you don't live around here. So what are you doing here and where are you going is a question to say you live in the north side of Houston. This is 45 minutes away. A person who's not doing nothing, yeah, I just came from my aunt's house. We just had a little barbecue. But the combative people are the ones that end up getting arrested because what they're doing is saying, I got you. We had something over that somebody called in something suspicious. So they're just setting it up, right? Because the large portion of people who comply just go about their way. But the portion of people they arrest come from the people who don't want to answer those questions. So
Yeah, but see, fuck all that compliance, bro. I literally will say I just came from having sex with a giraffe. Because what's the right or wrong answers here? Like, fast forward to the bullshit.
That if you say
that's illegal.
Yeah.
You're incriminating yourself.
My thing is fast forward to the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna give me a ticket, my nigga, give me the ticket. But like, stop asking me goofy ass questions, my nigga. Like,
you're right. That part. I think I just covered it though when I said you can still be right and get your rights violated. And I'll say this because you're right. They're not supposed to do that. Why are you asking me all this? Is intrusive, and I shouldn't have to.
Well, that's not true. No, hold on, Trigger Mike. That's not true. It's not. They're not supposed to do that. They're actually trained to do that.
Well, no. What I'm saying is like when in the sense of it being like a legal thing, like you said it. You used the right word. It's a tactic. This is what I was taught verbatim. Don't try to read your rights to law enforcement. You have to make it home. Then we can do something about it. So I was taught you always make it home. You be crafty enough to make it home. Say whatever you got to say. I can't do nothing to them in their domain. Their domain is the street, is the traffic stop. Make it home, then I could tear a hole in their ass. That's what I was taught by my father to do. I got lawyers. I got money. I'll bust a hole in their ass from here. But you got to make it home first.
Yeah. Niggas trying to have court in the street, and niggas the vast majority of niggas are not fucking versed in the law to even do this. Niggas regurgitate shit they heard somebody else say on a motherfucking YouTube video or some viral bullshit, and they don't even understand that your state doesn't even have the same statute, right? So the problem with this is, again, people not understanding the authority and the leeway. For a lot of times, a cop even locking you up is discretionary, right? Again, bro, I done got plenty of fucking super speeder tickets, right? I done been going 100 miles per hour at least twice in my lifetime. I never seen the back of a police car for that, right? Only time I ever seen the back of a police car was they had to because it was a felony warrant, right? And that shit got cleared up, by the way. It was like, some bullshit. But, that's the only time I've ever been arrested. Outside of that, I've never been stopped and frisked. Y'all see how I dress. So I look like the 90% populace of what a black man is. I'm a big, tall, dark-skinned nigga, right? So I'm most likely going to fit the fucking description. And yet still, I've never been just unwarrantedly harassed by the police. Okay, despite this military shit, I was never. Again, I was a nigga in the Navy, not a Navy nigga. Right? Only time you saw me in a uniform was on base, and I ain't hang out in the projects. You know what I'm saying? It's all over. But I wasn't in the motherfucking Beverly Hills either. Right? So the way I move was like any regular black man would do for the 20 years I was in the military. And y'all, everybody that knows military areas, they're not affluent. We'll just say that, okay? So I just don't understand it when everybody has this story or this thing about and again, to the brothers that have unfortunately been victims of that. Hey, I sympathize with you. I can't empathize because again, I've been in the same situations and for whatever reason, I didn't get the same experience. But I know a part of that is my attitude and the way I deal with the police. Okay, it's like I'm like Trigger Mike, bro. Go ahead, my bad, Hamp.
Well, yeah. Well, also you got Goku on the back of your shirt half the time, so that probably let them know you know. But
hold on, whoa. Street niggas were the first gangbangers. Okay, I mean, were the first anime niggas. Hamp, all this. That was Naruto. That was. You know what I'm saying? What we talking about? Okay. So don't even try. We ain't even finna do this. Street niggas were the first anime niggas. Get out of here, nigga. The jutsu and shit. Get out of here, man.
That shit, bro. The damn. So what's the recommendation, right? Because we have there's mixed messaging. There's mixed messaging in the chat, Sean saying something a little different than what you saying, what Trigger Mike is saying. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say get the brothers to get everybody their thing. I would say this, okay?
Hold on, I ain't finished asking the question yet.
Oh my, go ahead.
Here's the thing, right? could we generally care a little bit less about ourselves, right? What do you tell your sons? What's the recommendation to your sons?
You read my mind. That's exactly where I was gonna go. So like I got
And
my
daughters too, right? But we just know boys just have it's
yeah.
different.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, I'm with Trigger Mike. I think Trigger Mike has the best message. Hey, listen here, man. The police pull you over, you're in their domain. Okay, they got for the fucking home court advantage. They know way more than you do. They have way more leeway than what you do. Comply, let it fly. Okay, they do something that violates your rights and so on and so forth. Nowadays, they have it on video camera, right? They have it on body cam, which is mandated. If the body cam is not right, that may just give you a settlement off the rip of that. You know what I'm saying? That alone, right? But hey, go through the procedure, so on and so forth. La la la. You feel like someone right? Bring it to me. We'll take it up as far as we can take it and go from there. Don't argue with the police in the street. It's gonna more likely than not end up in negative results than positive results. So that would be my thing. I understand it's not right, but as a man, we talking about sons specifically, like you said, him, right? We know life ain't fair. All right, you know, it's some plays on the team where you gonna get yelled at for some shit you didn't even do, right? You gonna talk back? No, you gonna shut the fuck up. All right, coach, you know, and keep it moving, right? So again, you got to have that same mentality, man, and these other things in much more detrimental and impactful parts of your life. A play on a motherfucking football field or basketball court or anything else, so on and so forth, ain't gonna result in you dying. You trying to get bucked with this motherfucking police officer, and now you all this hand movement, and now you reaching your thing, and they say you reaching, now you dead in the street, and we motherfucking planning your funeral. You know what I'm saying? So emotional, most importantly, man, emotional, emotional responsibility and cognizance, and just comply, man. And then you deal with everything after the fact.
Two things. One, compliance won't keep you alive. We all seen that based on all these videos. Two, comply and don't let it fly. That's my modification of what you just said. Don't let that shit fly. Because if I let that shit fly, then Hamp Jr., then Fantastic Jr., they gonna have to deal with that same shit. Don't let that shit fly. Apply pressure. Like, be as loud as you can about that shit. So I agree with you on that compliance part, even though that won't guarantee you won't get shot in your fucking face by these fucking crackers. But yeah, comply and don't let that shit fly.
So let me get, because Diesel, I think he might be at work, so I want to get him in just in case he gotta leave. I saw one. There was two cops giving demands. One cop said get on the ground. The other cop said keep your hands on the car. So he went to go get on the ground, and the cop that said keep your hands on the car shot him to death. Diesel, what's popping, man?
What's going on, everybody? How everybody doing?
Pretty
Y'all hear me
good, pretty good. Yes,
What's
sir.
up, man?
Good. So I was just listening to the conversation a little bit, and wanted to come up and give a little bit of perspective from somebody in the position of being in law enforcement. So fantastic is right. You know, we are trained to do certain things. There are reasons why we ask those questions, and a lot of the times, a majority of the times, officer is going to ask you where you coming from to try to get a scent of alcohol or something like that that might be on your breath to make sure you're not driving while intoxicated or something like that. That's a lot of the reason why, and the only reason we do it every single time is so we don't ever say we missed a drunk, right? That's I mean that's how I was trained, is you want to ask it every time, so when that person speaks, you're not smelling any alcohol coming from that person's breath. Now, there's been plenty of times where I walk up to the car and I smell alcohol, and that person is not willing to say anything. So I can't tell if it's coming from their breath because they have that stance. They don't want to answer that question. So I just have to go off the smell that I'm smelling at the time, which might have been a drink spilled on their pants or something like that. But I still got to go off of just that smell, right? So, like I said, there are reasons why we ask those questions, but when it comes down to it, you're not forced to answer any question there is whatsoever on the side of the road. Courts really can't force you to answer any question when it comes down to it. So at the end of the day, you're not forced to answer anything. You can always say, I am not going to answer any questions. I don't want to answer that question or something like that. Now, the cop might be, one of those assholes that says, just because you're not answering a question, you're being combative, which, I mean, We get that all the time. We see it all the time, and we know what kind of cops those are, right? But at the end of the day, you're just not forced to do that. So that's the 2 cents I wanted to give in.
No, that's what's up. Now, on the side of the road, though, you have to give your license, right? If you driving a vehicle,
Yes, because
you
it
operate in
is
the
a
car, right?
privilege. It is a privilege to drive, not a right,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Mhm.
yes, to drive on state maintained roads that are maintained by the state, that they require that you take a test and all that stuff and acquire a license. Now, you don't have to have a license to drive on private property. Now, if you're on your own property driving around, can't nobody do nothing about that. It's just a state maintained road, a road that the state maintains for a safe travel in a vehicle.
Like public property.
No, no, not even a parking lot. You don't have to have a license to drive in a parking lot. If it's
Oh,
private
okay,
property,
okay, okay.
anything that is private, if the state is not the one
Yeah.
maintaining it, you don't have to have any kind of license or anything to drive on that property.
Okay.
That's
Man.
why you'll see like a if you ever been to an auction house, you'll see them young kids driving those cars around on those auction yards, helping out the family or whatever. You don't have to have a license for that.
So that's why
Mhm.
we take our youngins to drive in a school parking lot.
School parking lot, something like
Oh,
that. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You ain't doing nothing wrong, legally wrong, right?
Right, right,
Um,
right.
kids can't drive for shit though. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Neither can the agent. But anyway, so Diesel.
Oh God.
My bad. I forgot you was in uniform. My fault. Um, what do you think about the influx of like just the military and these different, 3-letter, whatever they, coming in helping police these cities?
It's been going on for years, bro. Like literally, I've been on the Homeland Security Task Force. I was on the Homeland Security Task Force for 8 years, and at least I would say every quarter, we went to the street crimes unit of every major city and said, "Hey, this is what we're going to be this weekend. Let's do a major overhaul on getting these street crimes down and stuff like it's been something that we've been doing for years, and I don't understand why now it is something that's. I mean, I understand it's being seen differently,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, majority of the people that you see wearing those 3-letter words are local officers that work on a task force for that federal entity.
Okay.
Yeah,
Local to that place or like police officers from
they
somewhere else?
so like from where I'm at, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department, very big. It's the biggest police department in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
So they have officers that are employed by Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department, but Charlotte leases officers to the DEA, to Homeland Security, for them to work for them full time, enforcing those federal laws. Because in turn, what that does is any case that officer is involved in, may it be a drug case or anything like that, the funds that come from that case go back to the police department because they're involved. So that's why these departments lease these officers out. And I'm saying lease by, layman's terms so people can
Yeah, yeah,
understand what
yeah.
I'm saying. They
Yeah.
lease these officers out for them to work. So, like I said, I worked for a
Okay.
department where I was leased out to Homeland Security for 8 years, and I wore my credentials with Homeland Security. I kept my local credentials in the vehicle. All the credentials I always had on me was Homeland Security, right?
Okay. So just so I just maybe and then just clarification for me, right? I
All right.
think I understand. I just want to make sure. So I'm police in Charlotte. Will they fly me to DC to be the police under the banner of DEA?
They could, yes.
Okay.
But
All right.
but you're already flying under the banner of DEA in Charlotte.
Oh, I see. I see. I see.
Yeah,
I
so
see.
so you're already working. That's why I say it's been done for years, is because the Charlotte task force officers that work under the umbrella of DEA work in Charlotte, and they already are enforcing the streets through DEA in Charlotte.
In Charlotte. Okay. 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 I see. I see. I see. So they okay. So they used to dealing with civilian population and mass and doing that every day anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that would be like you would have so many people sign up for the task for the golly, what did we used to call them? I can't remember the name that we used to call it, but
Mm-hmm.
you would have so many people sign up for it because all you did was run and gun. And when I say run and gun, I don't mean shoot people. Oh, he's not here
Yeah.
no more. Okay.
Sure. He'll be
But
back.
when I say run and gun, it's just like you just running after criminals, a bunch of chases, a bunch of car chases, stuff like that. So everybody would sign up to do it because you had a lot of fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it was something that we always did. Like it's been going on for years. People just don't realize it as.
Okay. Yeah, I think because when we're looking at it, because we don't know that nuance, we just like, damn, it's a lot of feds out there. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's how you just kind of say it, because you see the three letters, And those guys, I was just in DC too. They conduct themselves differently, kind of.
You got to understand also the feds are not under the same umbrella of local enforcement, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they operate. I can say there's been 3 times where I've done a search warrant with Homeland Security, and my
Mm-hmm.
captain called me and says, "Leave there right now because the things that they're doing is going to get us in trouble." Right? Because they just operate under a different umbrella. But at the end of the day,
Yeah, yeah,
also a lot of the ICE agents are not local to that area, so they're going to operate a little bit differently because a lot of the ICE agents are coming from New Mexico, Texas, and all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a different culture.
different culture. I'm looking at community policing, right? You always hear the terminology, right? But when you look at those guys who are not from there, they not playing. They're not giving no grace, right? They put these people in handcuffs. That's not the person. They just let them go, and then the person will start recording. Fuck you, da da da. But they just keep doing it. They don't get deterred. You know what I'm saying? And then the one black dude who went to school with them, I don't know if you saw it in DC. He's like, I'm really him. They like, no, you got beat up in high school, nigga. He's like, that was
I saw
one
that.
time, So he going through that shit.
His
He
partner like,
knocking
shut up,
phones out of
shut up.
people's hands and shit. But
Right.
he know them. They be like, why you let him lie on me? This a police officer talking to them. Why you let
Right.
him say that? I wasn't no bitch ass. Like he explaining himself, right? But now it's more lax, right? There's more grace given, And so now I'm looking at it like, how effective is community policing when you see it side by side?
Well, that's not community policing.
Okay. Maybe
That's
I'm
not
using the wrong terminology. They're from the area. I don't know. I'm saying it wrong. But like the
right.
guys that are from there as opposed to the guys who aren't, they operate a lot differently.
So you're talking about people that are actually native to the area they're working.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So of course they would have a different, the main reason I didn't want to be a police officer in Charlotte was because I grew up there and I knew so many people there, right? I never wanted to be put in a situation where somebody expected me to do something when I had a job to do, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest problem when it comes to somebody being native from a community when it comes down to it, because you know, at the position that I'm always in, in the position that I'm in, I don't never want to be in a situation where I'm questioning if an officer is doing everything they can because it was their cousin, because their cousin was the one that did the shooting. You get what I'm saying? So that becomes the biggest problem. So sometimes it is best not to have somebody that's native from that community to enforce the law than somebody that is not, because like I said, if it's their cousin or their aunt or something like that, they're not trying to put them in cuffs.
So
yeah, removal of bias can clean up the operation a little bit. Yeah.
But I'm kind of with Hemp on this, Diesel, though, because the way we do it right now, it's not always best, but as a strategy, it is best. And I'm gonna tell you, like, I didn't when I first moved to Houston, I lived kind of close to Chinatown, and I didn't realize how many Chinese men were police officers, but they have a precinct in Chinatown. And a lot of those officers have to speak Mandarin Chinese and Korean, whatever. So what I realized is, like, when you see them or you get pulled over, there's a cultural familiarity. They're helping the old women across the street. They're doing all of that. And then I started to realize, like, wow, this is what I think as black men, the issue is that if there are a low amount of black officers, the empathy is out the window. There's no possible. There's no possibility for empathy from this person. We're not culturally the same.
Well, but Diesel kind of frame. Go ahead, Diesel. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I wasn't framing it as if there shouldn't be anybody native from
I
that.
know.
What I'm saying is like even in the situation that you said, I can pretty much guarantee that if there's a shooting, a murder, or a deletion or something like that, they're calling somebody in from another precinct.
Yeah, I got you. My thing is that I'm just looking at it as a macro strategy because I actually think that's what's going to fix the issue. Every time I hear like the women say that black women are affected in healthcare, but all of y'all getting doctorate degrees and becoming doctors, that's a problem y'all can fix.
Yeah, but
so when I hear black men talk about we getting police and I'm like, more of us should become officers because that's a problem we can fix. You know what I mean?
How effective is homeboy that was getting picked at for being beat up in school?
Yeah,
he got a badge on. How effective is he?
No,
You
I mean,
know what I'm
as a
saying?
group
Like
strategy, like
no. I know that, but you got to look at it individually as well, because even though you might have officers that get the utmost respect, they can't be there 24 hours a day.
Yeah, that's
so
why I
you
said
got
more of them.
I think that there's a silver lining, right? I think that to identify with the community and not be from there can happen. Those two things can happen simultaneously, right? Because you will then understand the nuances, like you're saying with those police in Chinatown. They probably not from there, right? They don't know all those people, but they're from the same culture. So there's things they can recognize and such, right? While not being enthralled with, oh shit, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that part, right? I think that's the silver lining right there. But it's just interesting, man, and it's a lot of pressure. You know, even like this is very low level, right? It's almost stupid to even compare. But when I get to the club, if there ain't, I wish there's a back door sometimes, you know, like cause I got a DJ. Yo, can I? Come on, bro. How I can't have a list of 300 people, right? At a point that ain't a list. That's the part, like you know.
Right.
Then everybody be like, yo, and everybody, you know, you tight with everybody when they need a favor. You know, that could be exhausting. So now you take that and exponentially increase the pressure when it comes to policing motherfuckers. That's just crazy, you know. I'm just saying $10 to get in the club or not, you know.
Yeah, bro. Like if what you said, the way you explained it is exactly how my friends and family treat me. The only time they want to call me, check on me, is we'll have a 5-minute conversation of how I'm doing and an hour and a half conversation of how they can get out of a ticket. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like that every single time.
Yeah. No, real, and that's how it is, man. You remember Diesel when Hove was talking about, I think his cousin asked him for like $7,000 or $6,000 to start a business or something. I think Hove said no, right? I think he said no, or he didn't even entertain it.
Right.
But they was like, yo, Hove got all that money. Yo, The category of favor still exists, right? From a nigga who don't put no love back into you, don't got no plan, but because you think I got enough money to give somebody 6,000, I should.
Right.
They'll call Hove for nothing, you know. Yeah, man. No, that's an interesting dynamic, and it's much more serious when it comes to policing. You know, getting in the club don't compare. You know.
Right.
Damn, man. Oh, it's tough. Did you see the lady that got stabbed? It's in Charlotte,
Yeah.
matter of fact.
Yeah, it was Charlotte. Yeah. Yep.
What you think of that?
Bro, how do you prepare for that? How do you do anything to so the biggest thing down here was they were trying to come up with ways to stop something like that from happening. How? Like if somebody wants to do something like that and you're not, I mean, like he didn't even use a firearm. It was a knife. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way of just actually just flat out stopping something like that from happening.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of those freak situations where somebody was off their meds or whatever and they did something horrible. And it's you know, it's I know that, you know, the family, they don't want to hear, oh, there's nothing we could have done. They don't want to hear that, but that's basically what it is. It's like we had no idea. We can't read this person's mind. We had no idea this is what he was thinking. You know, and even though he didn't have a ticket to get on on the train at the time. He didn't have a ticket to board. Who's to say he wouldn't have done it on the platform if he couldn't get on the train? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many variables that could happen. Like, you can't plan for something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's well lit. The train didn't look all dirty and run down. Like, like there's people around. Like the deterrence, right? Well lit people.
Yep.
Public transportation. I don't know. She had a pizza shop stuff on, so I don't assume it was super late. Like that. It just, how do you mitigate that?
You can.
Like it's just crazy, man. And we were just talking about how people are so non-vigilant and mind their own business and don't want to be involved and just rather record it.
Well, a lot of that has to do with the fight or flight syndrome that we have, and especially when it comes down to the new age of social media and stuff like that. People would rather go viral than become a hero. Heroes don't get nothing. Like, you see, what we used to call our heroes back in the day was police officers, and you see how they're being treated now. You know what I'm saying? So nobody wants to do that no more.
Yeah. Can you blame them?
Yeah, I mean, I can. I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, there has been a narrative that has been spun, right? Um, the majority of the people that talk about police brutality have never been brutalized by the police. Majority of the people that talk about police involved shootings don't even know somebody that's been shot by the police. So a narrative has been spun. We're just not realizing it and coming to the conclusion that these are the things that they want us to see. They don't want us to see anything else. This is how they want us to think. And so it's working. So yeah, I do blame them a little bit on the fact that they're allowing the media, social media, and all that stuff to spin a story, and they just believe whatever comes out there. I'm not gonna say that there's no fucked up situations. I'm not gonna say that at all. But if you can talk to 10 people, and those 10, you got to talk to 50 people to get 5 of them to say they've been brutalized by the police. Come on, man, that just doesn't add up.
Yeah. Damn. Shit is. That video, my brother, they had a video apparently of the actual stabbing part too. Most you don't see that part.
Right.
I don't even got it.
It's not good. It's not good at all. It's
You
not
saw
good
it?
at all. Yeah. The person that is over the security side for Charlotte Transit is one of my part-time officers. And yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
There was something. It's almost like a switch went off in that dude. It was like he was just fine, and then all of a sudden he not.
Yeah, we just watched it. He seemed like he was distressed a little bit, kind of leaning against the window. His face was kind of, I don't know, but to your point, not distressed and then stab this little ass girl 3 times, right? That's not what was against. Yeah,
right.
But that shit, I don't know, man. Shit ain't no joke.
Hamp, I appreciate you letting me up, bro.
No doubt.
Everybody, y'all have a good one. I'm gonna get back to work. I pulled off the side of the road. People looking at me. You know how they like to walk up to the police. So before anybody walks up to me, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here because they be bugging me.
No doubt. Be safe. Diesel, good to see you, man.
Diesel, good talking to you, bro.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right.
Easy. Mr. Williams, did you even talk?
This is great, man. I mean, pretty much I was saying a lot of the things that I was feeling. My main thing was about that mentally ill guy stabbing that girl. I have always taught my kids, and even now with my grandkids and stuff, man, to be more attentive. Don't put yourself in situations. Always be facing people. Don't sit in restaurants with your back to the door. The things like that. And then I talk on the mental health side, man. If you're on medication, take your medication, especially if it makes you better and it keeps you balanced. But with everything else, I pretty much was in agreement with a lot of what everybody was saying.
Yeah, man. Wish medicine. I don't know. It's just a lot happening, man. All these kids running around people going through mental health episodes and just distressing, just mad, right? Not even drugs, all types of stuff,
I have
And
a bipolar child too, him, so I already know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? So, it actually helps him, because he was going through all different type of schizophrenic episodes, things like that, and you could just tell that it was just something that, hey, we had to handle. But I had to tell him, if you want to get better and you want to be balanced, take the medicine. So I don't have to be on him on a daily basis anymore. And he picked up the pieces, and it happened in 2021, and we had no idea. But yeah, I got one child that has that. So
yeah, no, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is.
And I just I dislike the mental health jacket every time we see some shit that don't register, And then like Joel was saying, now that that motherfucker could potentially get a pass.
Yeah, I don't like that, like, at all. That's really bad in my city too, man. Like, they'll put them on a 48-hour hold or whatever. Next thing you know, they back out in the street.
Well, that's in is largely political or legislative, right? So a lot of times, and I mean, I've seen this being both in the mental health field and in the legislative side of things. Like politicians will go and make promises to Mrs. Jenkins to get that guy off the street that's down there talking to himself. You just vote for me, and I'll make sure he's out of your life. And then when she votes for him and he gets in there, what he'll end up doing is taking just enough money to put into a shelter where we can stick his ass so that Miss Jenkins can understand that, her vote was heard, appreciated, and respected. But that doesn't mean Miss Johnson on the other street isn't going to be where this guy ends up when he gets out of this home, because they don't put enough money into the mental health programs to really effectuate change. They're just temporary band-aids and waypoints, way stations for people to be shuffled to and from between, their experiences in the street. And they and then you also have to think about dual and triple diagnoses. You know what I mean? Like, now you're starting to wrap into that, and Mr. Williams, you know what I'm saying? You start talking about homelessness. You start substances, controlled substances and stuff like that. Wrap that into not only the mental health experience, but the mental health community and the mental health, process of rectifying the issue. It clouds the waters in way it's a crazy world, and it's just underfunded and underappreciated. It's just enough to get that next vote. And it's unfortunate because the people that need the service, the underserved community, they're the ones that are really missing out.
Yeah, man.
What up, buzzing, bird flip a dozen. Holla at your boy, you thought your cousin was.
Zeke, what up? Appreciate you, for gifting 5. This might be risky memberships, man. Whoever got blessed with one, please maintain it. And Aaron with the $2 says, this sounds like a movie called Bushwick. Oh yeah. It's with Batista. It's actually pretty entertaining. Cali Bev with the $2 says, forfeit your rights, people. It's the American way. Yeah, where'd you get that sentiment from? Oh, like complying with the police? Oh, I mean, Cali, I hear you. I just really think people don't understand violence that well.
Damn, I really wish the purge was a real thing this one time, bro, so people can understand. Real shit. Hey, for real, because people really think they understand and know what violence is, bro. You don't even understand how even here the craziest shit, like that shit we seen right there, bro. They hire elementary school students to do that type shit in Mexico, like on the border. You feel me? So it's you don't even see it coming.
But Mr. That it's not even that, right? I'm gonna tell you how I know that already. But there's a situation that's tangible for all of us. When we first did not the Philly one, but the boxing in Texas. And you remember the first match, the two guys who actually boxed at the gym, and you could hear them punches, right? Because the crowd, everybody was super quiet. For your match, it was more like everybody yelling, fussing, right? But this was straight pugilism, and you could hear every punch because nobody was cheering. And I'm looking in the faces in the crowd and their reactions. They don't like that shit. And these men had on gloves and headgear. And you hear them punches and people doing this. Ooh, yeah. Like niggas don't really see that shit. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't
There's
know,
a
man.
snap and a thud that is just
Yeah. It's just a lot. It's different when you actually, when it's close, and we're just looking at the situation. And I had to think about my son because I may have a natural inclination to kind of be a little bit annoyed with the police. And I just speak pretty plainly, pretty shortly, and there's times I'm like, shit, I took a chance. I got caught, trying to run a red light or some shit, but I just think about what do I have to tell my son? I just don't know what type of history he goes down in dying on the side of the road.
Right. All my kids, man, I tell them to comply. I taught them how to drive. Like, just be respectful. You ain't got to kiss nobody's ass, but be respectful. And typically, they'll let you go.
So it should just get real, you know what I'm saying? And then you always be outnumbered.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? You're always gonna be outnumbered. Donatello with the $2 says airport security. Why I gotta be checked too? They been chilling now. Shit, you keep your sneakers on. Sean Brewer with the $2 says, do he have a problem with ICE? I think he might have been talking to Sean. James with the $5 says, what up, Ham? What's popping? What's the top 10 violent cities in America? We looked it up before.
Yeah, we looked it up.
DC was like number 13, I think. 13 or 15. We looked it up before. Insane with the $2 says, no gangs are wearing work clothes and dress shoes. Let's see what he did there. This is not real poverty in America. Stop it.
Wow.
They have more government help than anyone. They eat better than rich people.
Wow.
Live damn near for free and get free school. That's not poverty. Go to Iran and then tell me. Excuse.
Brother.
Damn, Sean. Ogun with the $5 says cops are seeing how you answer as an indicator of possible criminal activity. If you're not doing anything wrong, simply answer the question. Sean Brew with the $5 says everybody go watch police cam videos on YouTube. You will see over 90% of the people on there do completely wrong and have no license but driving. Reese with the $5 says, I literally was saying this to Callie and Lee in the Discord. Comply and let it fly. Stop trying to act gangster with the Jakes. Make it home, then go from there. Big Sad, what up, though? Big Sad in the building, been a member for 18 months. Says, also, some police participate in the National Guard. There have plenty of times when the NG have been posted in hotspots. This is just politicized. Golden Gates, what up with the $2 says, I believe he MK Ultra'd, his body language was loud.
Nah.
No. So MK Ultra was an initiative post World War II into the Vietnam and Cold War era, where the CIA and government were doing experiments with psychedelics. They were looking into like psychic behavior, psychic ability, and he's trying to draw a correlation or tie it together. Nah, he's just mentally ill. That MK Ultra shit is some dark otherworld shit.
Sorry, bro. The meds does nothing but gets them high for a time. Time for the time being to settle. Once the high goes down, it's on meds. Don't help. These things dealing with the brain hurt more than help.
Wow.
$1 billion industry. They know this. Rainbow Kid with the $5 says, I watched Judge Boyd, and probably 90% of the defendants in her court are diagnosed bipolar and PTSD. They're handing out these diagnoses like candy. Damn. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, man. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. What's the likes looking like, man? We was up 470 people, and we have 266 likes. That is a different. It's weird to me. I must admit, man. Yo, so the other topic we had, man, we had to revisit it, man. But I was looking at behavior in different places, and it's seemingly the same. I'm trying to figure out why that is. Is it culture? Is it nationality? Is it race? Is it what's accepted? So maybe me and Relly touch on that topic tomorrow. You know what I mean? Since it's all good, I'm tired anyway. Mr. Williams, any final thoughts?
Great show, man. That's all I can say. Hug the people that you love. Just pray for this world, man. Maybe we can get this shit together, man. And get you an air tag for your vehicle. Seriously. Mine got stolen last week. If it wasn't for that air tag, I had it back within an hour. So that's all I got for today.
Indeed. Salute to the air tags, man. Iceman, any final thoughts?
Wow. Salute to the panelists. Playboy Williams, always a pleasure. Sean Antonio, thanks for challenging the conversation, because without that, we can get lulled to sleep, even in our own convictions. Shout out to Diesel TV for coming up while on the clock, man, and giving us some actual real world perspective, from a professional lens. Hamp, you've done it again, man. Not only the importance, but the timing and the linear nature of the conversations that we've been having are truly, I believe, rehabilitative. And if they're not, they're certainly discussing ways that will end up being rehabilitative. So thanks for leveraging your platform and asking the hard questions and promoting the conversation. Really, right? Because we were talking about earlier, putting Band-Aids on bullet wounds and all this other shit. Yeah, it'll stop. But these kinds of conversations are where the real work is going to be done, where the real plans are going to be drawn. So shout out to you, man. Real rap.
No, man. Well, shit, we do this shit together, man. And just based on the knowledge base is certain things I'll bring to this show, right? And depending on the show itself, I may or may not broach specific topics. You know what I'm saying? So this gives me the brevity to do so, you know? Even the girl fucking gay niggas. So.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fantastic.
Brother. Hey man, shout out to him, man, as usual. Listen, man, these are very, very, as much as niggas say we just on YouTube and so on and so forth. One of the biggest issues and problem in the black community is a lack of communication and a lack of thoughts of upstanding, experienced, just regular everyday black men giving our perspectives. Okay, we need to bring back the importance of that, the gravity of it. And once you get an appreciation of it, I think things will start to shift and change. Outside of that, man, shout out to everybody that came up. You know what I mean? Shout out to Miss Williams, shout out to Sean Antonio. As Aaron said, man, this is not meant to be a echo chamber. We appreciate the pushback. We appreciate the different perspectives, because again, that's how things become better. Anybody that tell you, okay, the iPhone wasn't motherfucking made for you niggas to stand in line every year to get the same thing from everybody agreeing, okay, and anything else. Outside of that, man, Hemp, even though you might be that on the weekend, I'll never turn you in, my nigga, okay? You know what I'm saying? I know you got what you got under that man unit now, okay? Don't ever cut that hair too low, nigga. That's all I got.
Wow.
That nigga,
diabolical.
He looked just like my brother too, especially, and my father. That nigga, what's his? Yeah, he might be a Watson nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Jesus Christ, I hate that nigga now. Matter of fact, that I think about it, God, I hate that nigga. Yo, man, nah, it's interesting, man. I'll look at these things and I could see these type of things easily happening to somebody you know. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, how do you mitigate? What are the risks, And then, you want to be as vigilant as possible. But there's definitely disparities a lot of times in strength and things of that nature. I did this pre-record video on this dude named Andrew, and it was talking about force doctrine, right? And then the dude that pushes the force doctrine couldn't open a pickle jar. Right. And the premise is that all rights are enforced by force. And so I think there's truth to it for sure. You should also be able to open a pickle jar if that's your doctrine, right? But my wife and I be talking, and I'm like, yo, there's certain things that you can't do that I can do. And now can't is hyperbole. You can, right? What we're just simply assessing is risk. But then she knows that too, right? Like there's certain things, that she doesn't want it, she knows that, right? She'll be at a deficit doing those things, so then I just think about that type of shit, man, with how things boil up in the world and shit. And I think that it is, I don't know what the feeling is, but it's a negative feeling I have. The fact that I think Sean is right. I think that there's going to be young boys out there that are going to try to take that thing to the extreme to prove a point. And it gives me like an uneasy feeling. Because if you watch that movie Bushwick, that's probably the perfect depiction. If y'all get a chance, go to Netflix. It just make me feel, because it's a lose-lose. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a chance in hell. But niggas die for pride, respect. Niggas die to go down in history, or shot and kill somebody to go down in history. If you get a chance, go look at Mo 3 and the dude who allegedly killed him. He was doing all types of interview before he even got convicted because the fame was worth it to him. And I'm going to tell you, them young boys are tools to somebody my age. Imagine that shit. We'll see, man. We'll see, man. Like Sherelle said, man, be kind when you can, hug on the people you love. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tell you they fine, check on them. And let's just keep working, man. Keep elevating the conversation as consistent as we can while still having fun in the process. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
If you're in a place where you could carry, go get your shit, man. Right? You never know. And it's not a fail safe, right? Shit can happen, but a lot of things are deterrents. But shit can get real quick. So jump in the Discord. Let's finish the conversation. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Excuse me. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.